Hello, everyone, and welcome to Nuuli Forged. I am Jared, your humble dungeon master here, and around me on the screen are five really cool, really amazing people who hopefully will survive their current encounter. Yay! It'll be wonderful, I promise. I've got it, given the Pika wave. How you doing there? Gotta love it. Yeah. So let's go around very quickly, introduce yourself, your character, and tell me what your character's go-to, like, patisserie gourmet dessert would be. Like mille-feuille, etc., or like bonbons or whatever. And we're going to start at the top corner over here with Mike. Take it away.
Oh, all right. Hello, everyone. My name is Mike. I play Defect Warforged Barbarian. I don't like a dessert. Just any dessert. Is that what you asked?
Fancy pastry.
I don't know fancy pastries.
Make something up.
I'm not sure any of their characters have ever seen fancy pastry, so.
Yeah. I'm stuck. I'm so sorry. I'm stuck. Can I get a pass on this?
But it will come at a detriment to your character that you will be unaware of.
Oh no!
Wow. All right. Bonbons. There. That's.
What even is a bonbon?
It's a chocolate truffle-like thing with a little bit of booze, I think. It's truffle-like. It is not a truffle.
Yeah, it's like a mushroom, but with chocolate.
Gross.
I don't think it's that. But moving on down to Amber.
Yo. I'm eating again. What else is new? I'm Amber. I play the Goblin Artificer Greg. That sucked. Trying to think. Greg is drawn to like the shiniest things possible.
Mm-hmm.
So I feel like it's gonna be some sort of like cherry glazed something shiny and red.
It's got like the edible gold leaf on it.
Yeah, exactly. It's gonna have some edible gold leaf, and it's gonna be little and round and shiny, whatever it is, whatever that name would be. I'm thinking like maraschino cherry, except maraschino cherries are not what that is. It's gonna be some sort of like cupcake or cake ball that's glazed in fanciness.
I love it. Very cool. Some kind of glazed, gilded fruit tart thing. I love it.
Exactly.
Yeah. All right. And then next up is Sarah.
Hey, I'm Sarah, and I at least occasionally play Olive, the half-orc druid. I think Olive's favorite pastry would be those rustic fruit tarts, the galettes with the fancy little things that are, just pastry kind of piled on top of fruit.
Yeah, I dig it. If you can't tell, the theme for this week was inspired by all the Great British Bake Off I've been watching. So,
that's fair.
Yeah, moving next to Tanner.
Oh, Jesus. Hi, I'm Tanner. I'm playing Adis, the Human Ranger. I don't eat fancy things. I don't know. The fanciest sounding thing I've ever had is probably a beignet.
Ooh, beignets are nothing to scoff at.
No, and I can't wait to eat so many of them.
All right, you have a thing in there that you're going for. Very nice. And next we have Matt.
Hi, I'm Matt, playing Spoot, Turtle Cleric, and honestly, Spoot probably would go for a mushroom covered in chocolate, but turtles is probably too easy. Maybe he would go for, I don't know. We'll say turtles because that's funny.
I dig it.
And I think he'd like caramel and nuts and chocolate.
Caramel turtles are good.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, they are. They are a favorite across many. Well, they're just
turtles.
Yeah. They're like the official sweet of turtles, I guess. Who knows? But they're a good choice, and I dig it. They're all good choices. You all pass.
Good covered fish.
Mike very narrowly
Swedish
passed.
fish.
I mean, to be
Aha.
clear, Defect doesn't really eat either, so
Yeah.
Where is that?
Yeah, he's
fair.
new at it, but you know.
Hot fudge. 'Cause
I
it
mean,
looks like a-
honestly, the detriment would have been he had an allergy to something random. So,
to vampires.
speaking of vampires,
I'm glad I wasn't the first one to go because I have no idea what the fuck patisserie is.
it's like
it's
macaron
fancy
and
dessert, like little tiny dessert
and
kind
Napoleons and
A patisserie
Yeah.
is a
Cream
store that
puffs.
sells fancy French pastry.
of yeah.
yeah.
The
See,
boulangerie
as
is
someone
where you get your bread, and the
As-
patisserie is where you get your dessert.
as a very
Thank you.
low class human being, I would not know this.
It's all right.
No,
We're all trash people here. It's all good.
Some of us just speak French.
Yeah.
or like sweet things in places where they've been.
Yes. And speaking of sweet places where people have been, let's talk about Newly Forged.
This is a sweet situation, to be honest.
Yeah. Some sweet neck biting has been going on, where in the last episode of Newly Forged, the party fought off a thin, gaunt vampiric figure and his skulk of vampiric foxes. Raising concerns about what might happen if they didn't get a move on fairly quickly, the party decided to move at first light the next day, hopefully evading the creatures and losing them over the course of the day. Their strange companion Badeev seemed to have no problem being able to travel during the day, which surprised some of the party members who had been suspicious about his true nature. However, they made their way and decided to set a trap for this gaunt individual and his foxes in the event that they kept following them. A few watches in, and Defect heard a noise and was attacked in the darkness. And that is where Badeev showed his true loyalties, biting Defect in the neck and inflicting some sort of charm effect upon him. And now, in the midst of battle, our party finds themselves with both Defect, their heavy hitter, and Greg, their little arcane cannon-wielding artificer, charmed by the vampire Badeev. And now the party is down 2 members who have no desire to fight their foe. And so we will be jumping right back in at the top of the initiative order with Adis. Let me bring you to the map, dear players.
Yeah. I'm still a snake, aren't I?
You are a giant snake. It is true.
You're constricting the other vampire that's slowly returning to life.
Yes. Indeed, it is
So
currently
probably
quite
keep constricting.
unconscious on the ground.
For now, until next round.
Yes.
Keep that player down. I would like to I don't think I have anything. Yeah, I'll just pew pew.
Are
I don't think I'm in
you
the
are
initiative order.
aiming for Badeev? That's okay. I have you. Your actual token is just grayed out because it's on a different layer, but I can see it.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna aim for Badeev. Bonus action, I'm gonna move my hunter's mark first.
Yeah.
Alright, and character sheet. I am terribly unprepared.
I'm gonna need some monsters here.
No more monsters. First attack. So this is just magical piercing.
Okay. A 27 will hit. Yes, absolutely.
By monster, I mean I need
So
a stat block.
that's
for a snake.
14 magical piercing
Yeah.
with an extra 2 hunter's mark.
Wonderful.
Pew pew again. At 22.
That will hit. Yes.
So no sneak on this one, just 5. Ew, gross. 5 magical piercing and another 2 hunter's mark.
All right. Great. Yeah, you fire off these 2 arrows that choo choo appear from nothing in your bow, and they both find purchase in the form of Badeev, who looks at them and is annoyed, but as he goes to remove them, they vanish immediately. So there's just slow oozing blood trickling down.
Gross. And I'm just gonna like look at Defect and be like, are you gonna pitch in at all? Hello?
Yeah.
That's it.
And speaking of Defect, it is now your turn. Greg, you are on deck.
Oh, I don't see myself in the turn order, but okay.
Me either.
Yeah, it jumped right to Greg.
Okay.
Yeah, they're all messed up.
I'm still charmed.
You are.
Third round, so I'll mark that. But I'll turn to Adis and I'll say, pitching with what? Everything's great.
All sunny in the Forgotten Realms.
All right. Anything else in that you want to do in your turn?
Well, the other guy's dead.
Yeah.
How dead is he?
I can't really do anything. So
You saw him return once.
I did see him return. So would I?
He's currently like wrapped up in Olive's big coils, but he appears to be quite dead at the moment.
Is his head exposed?
Sure.
Guillotine. Guillotine.
Yeah, I was gonna say, can you cut into him for safe measure?
Yeah, you can attack the body.
Attack the body.
Listen, shit regenerates.
Let's see. I'm not raging, so just a straight normal attack. 19 to hit.
Yeah, that'd hit it.
Alright. 13 points of damage. And
yeah, you chop into it.
do it again. 23 to hit. 16.
Yeah.
I really want. Yeah.
Yeah, you're just like chopping into the body. It's doing damage.
Yeah.
Are you chopping the body or the neck?
I mean, technically I didn't specify.
Yeah,
so.
and like, honestly, 5e is not designed for like targeted body attacks. It just gets too ridiculous.
Unless you have a Vorpal sword.
Yeah. But like straight up combat doesn't really allow you anything like that. Well, okay, if Defect, that is your turn. We move on next to Greg.
Whoa, guys, why are we fighting? Hang on. No, I like him. He's nice. But where are those foxes? And I'm just gonna hold an action for if anything attacks me.
Okay.
I will attack it back with a firebolt, I suppose, is my instinct.
All right, fair enough. The figure inside of the coils goes ahead and like pulls itself up. Can you just confirm for me, in your giant constrictor snake form, are they grappled when they are constricted, or is it just an attack?
Nope. Target is grappled. The escape DC is 16.
Great, cool. He's not too concerned about escaping. What he is going to do is he's going to grab onto you.
Oh.
Which, with a natural 20, he succeeds.
Yeah.
And he's going to bite you.
Cool. Okay, the snake has no hit points. Hang on, let's be.
The snake has no name.
So the snake doesn't have hit points listed, and my character sheet still has my max. So, DM, how many hit points do I have?
You hit us the snake, didn't you? You were tracking last week, so do you remember? What is the max of the?
The snake is 60.
Yeah, 60. I don't think I did get hit, did I?
I think you did. Just take 50, and we'll start there.
Okay, cool. So I'm being clawed by the dude.
Yes, so you were clawed, and he got like a really good grip around you.
Does that mean he's grappling me, or am I grappling him?
You're grappling each other now. Your coils are wrapped around him, but he's grabbed your coils, your snake body, and he attempts to bite you. And what's your armor class as a big old snake?
12.
His teeth bounce off the scales. They seem to they claw off some scales, but they can't quite get through. Luckily for you. And now, Olive, it is your turn.
Cool. So this dude is still grappled, and two people can play that bite game.
Yeah. However, an 11 will not hit.
Not very well.
I'm a vampire.
All right.
Wait, don't you have like another action or something you can do when you already have them grappled, or no? Like squeezed?
I can constrict, although I don't. I think that's another action.
Is it?
Yeah, I think you only have one action as a giant snake.
And I can't move while I'm grappling him, right?
Well, you can, but he can't, or you can't because he's grappling you as well.
Yeah, you're both grappling one another, so your movement is 0 at the moment.
Okay. Well,
Which
in that
I know
case,
is a weird, like, mechanically thinking about it, but that's just kind of where we are.
I'm a lot bigger than him. Why can't I take him with me?
He's wily. I don't know.
Okay.
He is very thin and very like agile on things. You've got a grip on him, but he's grabbing onto you in a very painful way. All right. Well,
you can. I mean, you don't have to do it now, but as a bonus action for Moon Druid, don't forget you can use a spell slot to heal yourself as a bonus action.
That's also true.
I don't need to yet.
Right. I'm just like,
Oh.
it might come a point.
All right.
I will hold that. Don't you worry.
Next up is Badeev. Badeev, who is definitely within Spoot's spiritual guardians, succeeds on the wisdom save, so he will take half damage.
One moment. Let me roll damage.
I mean, any damage with radiant is good damage.
Can't find.
Well, didn't you roll like really sexy numbers last time?
Yeah, and they don't count now. We've already been over this. He won't let count.
Damn it.
Count. Don't ask again. Don't ask again.
Literally the worst.
Cool. So, here's what happens. You see his body begin to heal itself up, and like in the midst of like the healing process from the arrows that Adis fired at it, your energy, your holy radiant divine energies, the turtles like buffet at him and stop the healing process and damage him a little bit.
Go turtles! Go turtles!
Badeev sneers at you and raises his rapier and is going to take 3 swipes at you. The first 2 miss, but with a 24, the last one gets through. And you take 11 piercing damage. And I need you to make a Constitution saving throw for your concentration on Spirit Guardians.
11 damage was the damage?
Correct. You take 11, and I need a DC 10 con save. Oh, an 11. You made it.
Oh, gosh.
You made
This is not going as planned, but that was close.
And Spoot, it is now your turn.
Fuck him up.
What you gonna do, Spoot?
I don't know.
He who is the only one who can do anything against him.
I am going to... this is gonna suck a little bit. There's no good way to do this, is there?
I don't know. What are you gonna do?
Fuck me. Okay, I'm gonna cast a spell.
All right.
Solid plan as a cleric.
I'm gonna cast Guardian of Faith.
Ooh, Guardian of Faith.
Ooh.
Is that a concentration though?
No.
Okay.
And No, just I got it because I had a lot to think about after last week. I got it.
So, where are you summoning your Guardian of Faith?
I mean, if I could, it'd be like right on top of Badeev, so it's like straddling him. But I don't think I can do that. So
No, but it can appear right next to him.
yeah, why don't we put it like right here-ish?
Like right there?
That's fine. Yeah, that's perfect.
All right. So, those of you who are watching see a vague outline of this, like, shield and sword, but no actual body wielding it appear. What do the sword and shield look like?
Can the sword look like a club and the shield look like a turtle shell?
Absolutely.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
100%.
What's that? What is that?
So,
What's going on? I thought we liked him. I like him.
Spoot will just call out to, whoever's over there, like, hey, come to the fire. I can't see you.
yeah. Very cool.
Except for you, Badeev. You can jump in it.
Yeah. So,
I will light you on fire.
yeah, it's just this gleaming tortoise club and shield that has the symbol of Farlane over it. So this like rising sun over horizon. And let's see. That moves within 10 feet of it for the first turn. So where do you actually want it to be is my question. Do you want it to be like 10 feet away from him, or?
Yeah. That would be the wise thing, I suppose. So like 10 feet behind him, I guess, or like behind me, away from him.
Like flanking him?
Go ahead and ping the map where you would like it to be.
Okay, here's what I'm thinking. Maybe then, since it's there, let's see, 10 feet is fine. So like if it was like here?
So like there. Great.
And that's 10 feet away, and then if I like... Yeah, we'll see what happens.
All right, cool.
Wait.
Yeah. So this sword and shield pop up, and they are floating there. Good job. All right. Anything else on your turn, Spoot?
No, I don't think I can do anything else. No.
All right. That brings us back to the top with Adis.
All right. I'm going to shit. I'm gonna move. This is the tent right here, right?
Correct.
The big dark spot, yeah.
All right. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. I'll move around to here.
All right.
And then I'm gonna...
Cool.
Yes.
Does a 16 hit you?
Yes.
You take 11 points of slashing damage from the claws of the creature as you move away from it.
Okay.
Even though it's restrained?
It's
Is
grappled.
it restrained or grappled?
It's grappled. It's not restrained.
Until this grapple ends, the creature is restrained, and the snake cannot constrict
Ah.
the
That
oh wait,
is
then
different.
you had advantage on it when you bit it.
Yep. We'll have to remember that going forward.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Oh wait, I need to... Yeah.
Well, golly, if I had advantage, I would have beat up on the darn thing.
In that case, its attack would have had disadvantage, which would have been a 15.
That still hits.
Okay, so yeah,
Alright.
11 slashing damage.
Thanks for trying. All right. Planar warrior.
Yep.
And you.
Yeah, go ahead. Pew pew.
Ugh,
A 12,
I'm assuming
unfortunately,
Yeah.
misses.
damn it. Second. 28.
28 will definitely hit. Go ahead, do all that beautiful damage.
Why do I keep rolling ones? So that's 10, 13 damage.
Yep. And your hunter's mark.
Oh, yes.
No.
16 damage.
Wonderful. Well done. Anything else on your turn, Adis?
I would like to slap Greg. Snap on him!
Sure, yeah, you
What?
whack Grig
And then
real quick.
Does that trigger my...
Greg, he's attacking Spoot. He's not our friend.
Adis just slapped you, and like you have no idea why. And
And then I say he's attacking
and your friends are fighting each other. That's all you really know.
What are you doing? What was that? Why is that alive again? God damn it.
Defect, it is your turn.
I'm gonna attack this guy in front of me.
Yeah, you have advantage on it, so go for it.
Perfect. Perfect. Nat 20.
For 11 damage.
Yeah, I mean, it falls down
Right,
again.
this is our
Like its body. Poof.
Here's a question, because I have Matter's Bane. Does my axe sing to me? Do I get a vibration that is going to turn to dust?
You do not.
Damn it. I'm just imagining like Defect just being like, just stay dead.
Ready. Okay. Let's see. I guess I'll just attack it again.
Okay, go for it.
So now that he's down, can I know you said I can like target before. Like, can I just like aim for the neck? Like, try to cut off the neck? Cut off the head?
Oh, actually, so with Matter's Bane, when it's reduced to 0 hit points, you can choose to have the creature make a con save. It's on a con failure that the body turns to ash.
Right.
Yeah.
But you're assuming, like, you know, the act brings to you and vibrates it. So I would wait for that.
Yeah. Yeah, it doesn't seem to work for some reason on this creature. You're not sure why.
Keep trying.
Yeah.
Try harder.
Yeah, so can I try to cut off its head at all? Now that it's completely down? Moving?
You can try, but it's going to be very difficult.
Okay.
Essentially, what I'm going to do here is I'm going to give the neck a specific armor class.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's smaller, it'll be harder to hit.
Right.
And there will be a damage threshold, which means you have to do a certain amount of damage in order to get through the head, or through the neck. So I'm going to tell you what those numbers are.
And you have advantage already.
You do have advantage.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to say the armor class for the neck of this particular entity is going to be a 22.
Okay.
And the damage threshold is going to be 20, which means you have to do at least 21 damage to it. And I'm going to give it 5 hit points. So if you hit it and you deal 25 damage, you will cut off the head.
You have to do that in one swoop, or can it be split over?
Yeah.
No, in one swipe.
Yeah, I can do that. Can't deal 25 damage.
Physically impossible.
Yeah. No.
If only you had Great Weapon Master.
Right, it's coming. It's coming. All right. Damn. So. All right. Can I do some sort of check on it to see what would hurt it? Because I know my axe is not hurting it.
Yeah, go ahead. Make a nature check. Actually, make an arcana check.
Defect in Arcana.
Whoa!
Natural 20. Defect on a natural 20. You know that your axe hurts it, but for some reason it won't kill it. And that's making you really mad.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, I mean, if you manage to nat 20 hit the neck, you could damage it enough with your strength.
Barely.
You'd have to crit damage dice too.
Yeah.
It is not an impossible feat. It is very difficult. What the parameters I gave you are possible, but difficult.
All right.
Just like cutting someone's head off is possible, but difficult.
Not that we're speaking from experience.
Right.
I mean, not okay.
I've watched a lot of documentaries on like the French Revolution, so
I'm trying it. Come
All right.
on, that.
Go for it. Make your attack an advantage.
No.
Okay, with a 26, you hit it, but you don't manage to cleave through the neck.
I mean, you got more than halfway there. That's
Yeah.
good.
Ooh.
I should have
All right.
stashed it books.
That brings us to Greg.
That's me. Greg is. What do you do? Why you liked him? Why are we shooting at him? Why is that? I'm gonna burn it. Maybe that'll work. I fought a troll. Maybe. We fought
Who
something
liked
that we
him?
had to burn.
No one liked him.
You all were telling me to just. It's fine. It might be okay. Come on, I like him. But I'm gonna firebolt the thing that keeps not dying.
All right. Go for it.
22.
Oof.
'Cause
Okay.
I have advantage, right? Because it's restrained.
Still
You-
restrained.
You do. I was gonna say like between him being essentially in a thing, he granting advantage, but it's yeah, you can have the 22. So your firebolt hits the body.
That was 11
It
plus
does some
D8.
scarification.
I'm just doing it. I'm doing it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Why? Just burn. Maybe the burning will help. Why does it keep waking up?
Yeah.
Badeev, why does it keep
burns.
waking up? You know stuff. You know stuff. Help! What's going on?
I love the desperate pleas of Greg.
It's weird.
Yeah. So the creature
Damn it.
within, once again, its body heals up and heals over. It is going to attempt to
Fire
break
didn't work.
the grapple out.
You should like try to hold the action until it wakes up and then just all nuke it at the same.
Yeah, really.
What is the DC?
On the grapple,
Yeah.
16.
16.
Okay, then it does not succeed in getting out.
Nice.
And all of it is your turn.
Cool. I'm gonna constrict him some more.
Yeah, you squeeze him, and the body once again becomes limp and lifeless.
Cool.
How many times is this guy gonna go to unconscious?
I just like girl.
And
Yeah.
and
Now,
next,
I'm
It's
no
like
longer
us.
grappled because he's incapacitated.
that is correct. You are not grappled.
You can't see my rolls because the snake is sending directly to GM for reasons I'm not clear on.
If you go on the
It's
character
what
sheet,
happens
you
when
can
you-
select. There's a thing that says to all and to GM. No.
But it's not the character sheet; it's the snake stat block.
It's when you use
okay.
the stat block through D&D
Yeah.
Beyond. It's an automatic GM.
Got you. Okay.
As I've got it in chat likes to say, apparently it likes going down.
Apparently. All right. Well, I'm
But in
gonna,
all
And
the
then
wrong
it-
ways.
I'm gonna drop the dead thing because there seem to be other people who are interested in beating up on it,
Yeah.
and I'm gonna come over here. I have a 10-foot reach, so I'm going to stop there
Cool.
because I can see Spoot floundering by himself.
Blind
Yep.
sight, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
And it is now Badeev's turn. Badeev sees a thing. Badeev makes a wisdom saving throw at the start of his turn. Ooh, and fails. Go ahead, roll your damage, Spoot. And Spoot, interestingly enough, you notice that his wounds that he's received don't keep healing.
Good. Says Amber.
Right.
Yeah.
No,
Alright.
no. Tanner's wishing he still had his vampire hunter back from another game.
He takes 12 radiant damage.
Yeah, of course I would start rolling the lowest.
When he fails.
There's a 1 in there.
Yeah. Yeah.
And he makes
That's all right. If he had succeeded, that would have sucked.
he makes 3 rapier attacks on you, trying to stab at you. Only one hits, however, with your armor class of 19. And he does 5 piercing damage, and I need you to make a DC 15 con save.
DC 50, you mean 10?
DC 10, yeah. Oh, and you just make it, too.
Stop doing that to me, Matt.
When you said 15, I was like, well, damn.
No, DC 10. Great, yeah. And Spoot, it is now your turn.
What does the Guardian of Faith do? It has to be within its reach, and you just put it way back there?
Yeah, so it hovers in one spot, and when something comes within reach of it, it takes a bunch of radiant damage.
It's a wisdom save based thing.
Yeah.
As are most cleric spells, which is kind of
it's actually a dex save thing.
Oh, it's a dex save for this one. You're right.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm going to disengage, and I'm going to move my happy ass here, which means that these go here. Mm-hmm. And I'm going to yell to the party to come. Hey, come to the fire and get in the tent.
All right. Anything else on your turn?
And I'm going to just lock eyes with Badeev.
All right.
And stare his pasty ass down.
Intimidation? Come on.
All right.
Jesus.
Scariest.
You know what? Go ahead. Roll an intimidation check against Badeev.
I don't really want to scare him off, actually. I'm kind of taunting him a little bit, but we'll
okay, well then roll a persuasion check.
Oh, persuasion? Well,
yeah,
that might be a little better.
To try to goad him into what you're after.
Oh,
a natural 20. All right, cool.
Oh, I love it. This is great.
Spoot is extremely convincing.
I give him like a subtle look in my eyes, like, come and get me.
Yeah, he might. He just might. Adis, it is your turn.
So I have a question. Can I move just straight diagonally like this? Since they're all ally squares? I'm not sure about the snake. That's my...
I would say you can move through the snake's squares, but because of the size, it would be difficult terrain.
Damn it.
Just because it's so fucking huge.
I'd only be able to get to like there, which is still a square.
Even if the snake likes him?
Parkour.
Yeah, you're letting him go through, but like you're still like a giant snake that's like 5 feet around the middle. Like it's.
As far as I understand, too, the Spirit Guardian, if you're non-hostile, you can pass through.
Yeah.
It just has to occupy. It has to occupy a previously not occupied space.
So can I go like this way, like to Greg, and then up, and then through here?
Sure. Yeah, you can do that.
Okay. Because I want to go over there to, like, I guess draw him more, because then he doesn't have the option of running away to me.
Yep.
And I'm going to fire.
By the way, the pink square was the alarm spell that Greg had set. To answer your questions in chat.
Ah, yes, that's a very effective thing.
Oh, hi, puppers.
Every time with that spell, we keep trying. Oh my goodness! Every time we keep trying that spell, it never works, and then we run into one situation where we're just like, "God damn it! I wish I had this."
It'll be like augury. We'll get it right if we keep.
Eventually,
we can keep it, and it can be ritual. It's all right.
All right, so Adis, you have moved. What is next for
21.
You? Yeah, that'll hit.
All right, so I don't have sneak attack anymore.
Correct.
So that's just 14 force plus another. Take off sneak attack. 6 hunter's mark.
Very nice.
It's 20 plus another 24 to hit.
Yeah, that'll do it.
With another 6. 8. So 28 total.
Wow, nice.
Pew, pew.
Wonderful. And that brings us to defect.
Die!
Yeah, I'm going to
Reckless the neck.
hold
Reckless the neck.
action, and
Hold an
if it
action for it to come back.
yeah, if it pops back to life, I'm going to swing my axe at it.
It's not an action for it to come back. It just happens.
It just happens.
Yeah.
I mean, you can hold your action for if and when it comes back to attack it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's what I'll do. Just
Okay.
kind of stand guard over it.
Yeah. All right, Greg.
It's a me. Greg is going to be like, "Oh, okay, I guess I'll come over there, but I don't know what you're talking about." The dog likes my mouth. All right, get down.
Oh.
Aww.
I know you're very cute and very distracting. Good boy. Yeah. Okay, I guess I'll come over here. What are we doing? And just come that way, I guess. Like, defect, I think we're supposed to, but watch, and if the thing wakes up, I will firebolt it.
All right.
I don't know what we're doing as our friend. Why are we coming over here as Adis is shooting him full of holes?
Yeah.
And why are you shooting? Guys, no, stop fighting. We're friends, right?
No. Hits.
Oh, I speak parcel tongue.
All right.
That'd be handy.
Well, 2 held actions trigger from Defect and Greg, as indeed the creature stands back up again.
Great. I will take it.
Uh-huh.
20.
Yeah, you both hit,
Good.
and
Both sixes.
and it falls back down again.
Yeah.
This is getting ridiculous.
Again, my axe doesn't vibrate or sing out to me.
There seems to be something about the nature of this creature that is preventing the axe from working.
It's already dead.
Olive, that brings us to you.
Currently in a state of undeath.
Yeah. Alright. I'm a coming on this way. And I'm gonna bite that dude.
All right, go for it.
Because 2 can play at this biting game.
Yeah, that hits for 10 piercing damage. Very cool. It is now Badeev's turn.
Isn't he restrained now? Because you hit
No,
with your attack.
that's the constrict.
Yeah, he's not restrained. I didn't constrict him, I bit him.
He succeeds on his wisdom saving throw, so go ahead and roll damage, Spoot.
I figured he would. Dang it.
All right, he takes 5 radiant
It's
damage.
better than nothing. The only damage that sticks, I'll take it.
Gone are the 20s.
Says
Yeah.
Amber. Greg doesn't know.
All right.
As long as he's not healing anymore.
Yeah, so Badeev rushes the snake.
Yeah, giant defense are not super intelligent.
Well, I guess you weren't persuasive enough.
What is the armor class of the
Guess
snake?
Not.
12.
All right.
Also,
Wow.
no one listens to Spoot.
What? I'm coming toward the fire.
Except for Greg, new best friend.
Excuse you.
All right.
And Adis, I'm just teasing.
So,
Speak that way to your
Badeev
therapist.
comes and tries to like grab onto your coils, but like you slip out of his grasp 2 times. But the third attempt, he manages to grab a hold of you, and you are grappled by him. He's got you.
Okay.
And that is his turn. Spoot, it is your turn.
But he only grapples, he doesn't restrain, right? So I just can't move.
Correct.
Oh boy.
What you got, Spoot?
I may regret this decision, but I'm gonna step a here.
Okay.
And then I'm going to.
Guiding bolt. Do you have that?
That's a good question, actually. I don't think that does what we think it does. Oh yeah, it is radiant damage.
Yeah.
Yeah. You're
I think you
cleric.
played Spoot before.
Everything you do, everything clerics do is either radiant or necrotic.
That's true. I'm so glad now I didn't choose necrotic for everything. All right, guiding bolt.
No.
Oh no!
Sickles! F in the chat.
You know
And
what? We
that-
could have
Oh
done
no! So
That is
You know what?
Spoot,
good damage.
you summon this guiding bolt, and the turtle begins to form, and you're feeling overconfident about this because your little turtles have been beating him up real good, and you release it too soon, and it backfires on you, and you take 1 point of radiant damage.
All right, no one is allowed any more suggestions for Spoot for the remainder. We're going to Sacred Flame. And we're going to see what happens.
All right.
Just kidding.
Are you going to stay there, Spoot?
I guess so.
All right, Adis, it is your turn.
Just I'm a one-trick pony. Let's go.
Yeah, go it.
28.
28 will hit.
Oh wait, is he? Yeah, he's within range. Okay. Oh, bonus action, planar warrior.
Okay.
Ew, 1 sneak attack. Rose 16 damage plus
All right.
another 3 huntress marks. That's 19.
Wonderful.
Second attack.
Mm-hmm.
23
Will absolutely hit.
for another 12
All
DPU
right.
damage.
Yeah, well done. Next up is Defect.
Can I tie this up with rope? Like, can I do that within my turn, or would it take too long?
It takes too long to tie something up, but you
All
can
right.
you can begin the process. I mean, you have 6 seconds. Can you tie someone up in 6 seconds?
Too bad you don't have Mjolnir and you could just put
I'll
it on.
send you a video of people doing it.
Okay, but Defect is not a trained rodeo rider. So
So I will do the same thing as before. I'll just wait, hold my action, so that when it pops up,
okay.
the line.
Smash down.
Yeah. Greg,
Pop up, smash down.
what is your plan?
Why are we getting in the tent? Are you serious? What's in the tent? You really gotta stop fighting. Badeev, stop. Just don't bite him. Spoot, why are you shooting? Guys, I don't like this. I don't know what to do about this. I'm feeling really conflicted. This is weird. I don't feel conflicted normally. I don't like it. And I guess I'll like take another couple of steps this way until I'm behind Spoot. But then turn and watch again. Like, Defect, if that thing comes up again, I'm gonna shoot it again. Same thing, hold action, firebolt if it wakes up.
All right.
When it inevitably does.
Very cool. So you try to move into that space, and something prevents you from going there.
Oh, right, that thing. Okay.
I thought it floats, no?
It is hovering, and you can't see it, but it is.
Can't occupy the same.
Yeah.
Okay. I didn't know how spectral it was.
Yes.
Pass through, yes. Occupy, no, I think.
Okay.
Correct.
Is it doing anything other than taking up space?
It is a guardian.
Guarding.
So it is guarding. All
We
right.
tried to taunt it, and then it just decided to go after the thing that wasn't hurting it.
All right. The gaunt
Everybody.
figure stands back up. So Greg and Defect, you get your triggered
Yo,
actions.
Jesus.
Right.
Trigger.
Ooh.
Yeah, you both like, and it falls back down.
Ah!
23 damage, Greg.
Olive, it is your turn.
I wish I could share some of that to somebody else.
I'm going to constrict this man.
Unfortunately, he moves very dexterously and evades your coils.
Whatever that's called.
Meaning the attack missed, or meaning he made the escape save?
Meaning the attack missed.
Oh, okay.
Dude.
Like the save doesn't happen until next turn, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, he just like it's weird. Like he jumped over where your coils were, and he seemed to like stay above the ground for longer than he should have before coming back down.
Yeah, little baby bat wings.
You see these tiny little bumble-sized bee bat wings just pop out for half a second.
It is now his turn. Okay. So he attempts to bite you to no effect. Can't get through your scales. However, his rapier reaches out and stabs you for 9 points of piercing damage. And with a 24 for another 7 points of piercing damage. Oh, and he succeeds on his wisdom saving throw, so go ahead, do that, Spoot.
Ah, dadgummit.
It's no regenerating for you.
Alright, so he takes
Gone
8
are the 20s.
damage.
I mean, listen, you're keeping him from regenerating, so...
Yeah, you are.
Complaining.
You really are. Spoot, it is your turn.
Oh boy.
What are you gonna do?
I'm gonna try. So I'm just gonna try guiding bolt one more time because I don't use it enough.
Okay, go for it. With a 14, you launch your spectral guiding turtle at it, aimed right for his head, but he kind of just sidesteps at the last minute.
This is why I don't use this spell. Mutters Anaquin.
It's so good. It's such a good spell. You're just terrible at using it.
Yes,
Yeah.
it was such.
You need practice.
It was such a good spell when I tried to kill that dragon with it, and then some fancy ranger came in and did it for me.
All right, Adis, it is your turn.
Not fast enough.
That's true.
All right. Planar warrior, pew.
Was that the dog?
21.
21 hits.
If I can click the damage, damn. 18. Oh wait, and 23 for the first hit.
25, right? Because you planar warriors?
Yeah, so it's 8 plus 8 plus 4, and then take off the second sneak attack.
Right, but 8 plus 8
that.
is 16, plus 4 is 20, plus 5 hunter's mark is 25.
Oh. I thought, yeah, I didn't do math. Okay, 25 damage.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, your arrow flies through and sinks deep into his chest, and he looks down at it as he's grabbing onto this massive snake. And Adis, with your passive perception, you see something new in Badeev's cold black eyes. You swear you see a glimmer of fear and worry.
Oh.
I aim for his cold black eyes.
I mean, you can, but I'm gonna increase the AC and everything.
No, I'm just shooting him again.
Yeah. 24 will hit. Yeah.
I moved the hunter's mark laser pointer to his eyeball. Does that blind him?
I mean, even if you miss his eye, it's still...
Yeah, you hit.
Blinding damage. So that's 6 plus another 3, so an extra 9 damage, so 34 total.
Wow, impressive.
Where's my sharpshooter feat? Oh, I want to play with the dog.
All right, so you fire your second arrow, and it pierces in his exact same spot, driving through his body before disappearing. And he looks down, and his grip loosens on Olive's tendrils and coils. Well, I was not honestly expecting that. And he falls over to the ground.
Olive's just gonna flex it.
Can I... Are we out of initiative?
No.
Are we still?
He has fallen over to the ground.
Not a chance.
Defect, it's your turn.
Can I move?
Yeah, you can.
Am I still charmed?
Yeah, you're still under the effects.
Fuck.
All right. Well, do the same thing. That's all Defect knows. Yeah. I mean, I know what I'm fighting. Like the lore of the undead and vampires, like, is that something everyone knows about?
No.
We
No.
talked about it a
Spoot knew
little.
Spoot said
Defect knows
stuff,
that
but
thing keeps coming back.
Spoot has mentioned a little bit.
And Defect knows that thing keeps coming back, and you keep smacking it down.
Yeah, it keeps coming up, and you keep knocking it back down, which is a good thing.
Yeah, it's a good thing. But the fact that it keeps coming back is not a good thing.
So what are you going to do?
Can Defect access his, like, deepest memories, or, like...
You have no memory. You've never fought anything like this. You have no memories.
Alright, well, then the same thing. He just stands by, waiting for this thing to come back.
Great. Greg. I will say, both of you did just see, like, your good friend Badeev fall to the ground. After being, like, slain by your other friends.
Yeah. Whoa, 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 whoa,
And, like,
whoa.
he's not just a buddy. He is, like, your best friend in the world.
Yeah. Yeah, damn it. Greg is gonna come up and do Cure Wounds on him.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
That's what Greg would do.
Yeah, go for
I
it.
hate how accurate it is.
Guys, stop it! You okay? 7 healing damage.
Wonderful. Okay, anything else?
No.
Okay.
Probably not.
Okay, the gaunt figure rises yet again. Go ahead, make your attack Defect.
22,
And
16 points.
and he falls down yet again. Olive, you see Greg has just rushed over and healed Badeev on the ground in front of you.
I'm constricting him again.
All right.
I'm also going to hit the Greg, not that they can understand me.
Cool. Yeah, great. You constrict him. You do so. You deal damage to him.
And he's presumably unconscious again if they got 7 cure wounds.
Yep, yeah, he goes back down.
Stop it, guys!
On Badeev's turn, he does not get up. Let me just check
Olive is
one
not
thing.
just constricting him, she is also actively preventing Greg from getting any closer to him.
Keep away.
I mean,
hissing.
you can attempt to do that, yeah. Spoot, it's your turn.
So Spoot. I'm so confused.
So you
Spoot.
saw Badeev go down. You saw Greg rush up and heal Badeev, and then you saw Olive take him back down.
Then he didn't get up on his turn.
Confused, and so is Spoot, but
Yeah, what are you gonna do?
I'm gonna tell Greg to. I'm gonna say, Greg, please stand back. I know you think that they're your friend, but they're not. They're really not. And I'm
Okay,
going
go
to...
ahead, make a persuasion check. No, just make a straight persuasion check. Natural 20.
Again.
Please.
So, Greg, you hear a very convincing argument to step away from your best friend. I'm going to leave that to you as to how you interpret that. but your best friend is being pummeled by your other friends, and Spoot, who you've known for quite a while, just kind of tells you, hey, just leave him alone and get out of it. And, like, it kind of makes sense, but he's still your best friend. I'm going to allow you to... Essentially, I'm letting you determine the DC on this.
Yeah.
Now,
20.
now, he did roll a natural 20, but, like, a DC 10 is easy. Anybody can do it. A DC 15 is kind of hard. 20 is difficult. 25 is very, very difficult. And what is that noise?
It's my dog talking to me, demanding my attention.
Oh.
He talks. He just sits there going, rah, rah, rah.
And a 30 is nigh impossible. So keeping those numbers in mind, when your turn comes up, I will let you determine how well Spoot influenced you.
What do you mean nigh impossible? I've done 30s.
I know, but like for your average person, it's nigh impossible.
Yeah. Question.
Mm-hmm.
Does Spoot need to roll damage for the turtles?
Yeah, you could have done that.
On Badeev's last turn.
Yeah, you could have done that.
Okay.
If he's unconscious, does Wisdom still roll?
I'm going to still do it.
I mean,
I don't care.
Yeah, you can do it.
Yeah.
I'm going to tell you, he rolled a natural 20 on his wisdom save, but yeah.
Okay.
While unconscious.
Yeah.
Wow.
His
for him.
his body
Very
might be
wise.
down, but his spirit is still kicking.
Well, I wish I had his spirit.
Yeah. Cool. Yeah. I mean, he took that damage, and like, Spoot, I would like you to make an insight check with advantage at this moment.
God, yes, please, anything.
Natural 20. Spoot on fire
Can't
with the
roll
skill
damage,
checks.
but I can skill check tonight.
Spoot, given what you have seen of the nature of Badeev and your knowledge of your own spells, you are positive that your spell is the only thing keeping him from standing up again.
I mean, the giant snake is keeping him from physically standing up, but walking away. But
You are confident.
That's
You are
keeping him
confident that your spectral turtles flying into him and through him are what is doing the radiant damage that is preventing him from regenerating.
I see, but I can't say for certain if it will perma kill him.
Correct. It seems like it is negating something more so than anything else.
Yeah, so there was something I did earlier. I don't think I rolled high enough to really... I didn't learn anything super extra about vampires in last
Nope.
session, did I?
Just that
Anything else you want to do on your turn,
arrow
Spoot?
that nothing. But I mean, as far as we've seen, like, he was regenerating, and then as soon as you kept hitting him with your turtles and stuff, he stopped regenerating.
Mm-hmm.
Sacred Flame.
On who?
On Krieg. No, I'm just kidding. On Badeev.
Okay, go for it.
I did. I went, sorry. It was like delayed, then I said it, and then it looped.
Oh, then yeah, he would fail a dex save. He's unconscious.
Exactly.
Yep. All right, Adis, it is your turn.
Go.
Can I reach the body?
Yeah.
I would like to open his mouth and to pull out the gem.
Okay. Go ahead. Make a...
I have my dagger out.
I'm going to say that this can be a... This is just going to be straight strength to try to pull it out of his tongue.
I can't work it like skinning an animal or anything?
I'm going to say no, because you are just trying to quickly get this thing out. If you had time, but you don't know how much time you have before something goes wrong.
Alright, so just straight strength check?
Yep.
Or
It can be
athletics,
it can be athletics if you want.
Okay, I like athletics. We like athletics.
Real question. Did Spook
Yeah,
talk
it's
to
a
you?
Okay. With a 15, you grab on and it doesn't quite pull. You feel it almost give, and you feel the tongue pull a little bit, but then something happens to you. I need you to make a Constitution saving throw.
Fuck. Okay. 12.
Okay. A 12 is not a success. The gem in between your fingers, because you're sticking it. It's not a very big thing, so you're just using your fingers here. The gem in your fingers flashes a bloody, brilliant red, and everybody sees it kind of flash out of his mouth. And you take 12 points of necrotic damage.
Ouch.
From the gem itself.
Spoot sees you do this, and he's like, "What? Wait, what are you doing?"
Wait, you said 12?
12, yep.
Okay.
Hiss, hiss.
I could have done something about defecting Greg this whole fucking time. I just looked at my spells.
Serious?
So that's your action, Adis. Anything else? You know what? Go ahead, make a Constitution saving throw for me for your Hunter's Mark.
Oh.
It's a DC 10. Ooh,
Okay, I lose Hunter's.
Your Hunter's Mark is gone.
It's my free one, so I don't care that much.
That's all right.
Wait, do I have anything? No. Okay.
All right. Defect.
Same thing.
All right, Greg. So, your best friend in the world has just fallen and is being beaten up. You just saw Adis reach into his mouth, but Spoot is telling you to back away. He's pretty convincing. How convincing is he to Greg?
So I think because the way Matt phrased it, it felt like he was appealing to like my thinking, not my personality. So I want to make myself do an intelligence check actually to see if I can like figure out, because I've been conflicted. Like, why do I feel so conflicted? This is weird, right?
Yeah.
I need the number to like help me figure out whether I put 2 and 2 together. Me feeling confused with.
So yeah, go ahead. I'm going to say this is going to be you're trying to figure out something about yourself. You're being introspective on this. So I think it's an insight check.
Okay. Okay. But I can also do my
Just use what Adis and Spoot have been teaching you this whole time. God damn it.
That is a 6. But,
yeah, and I wouldn't. But I have Flash of. I'm trying to decide if I would use Flash of Genius.
I think you are trying to figure out something about yourself, so I think you would.
Yeah,
it makes sense to me that you would, but it's your choice.
No, I think I would. I was just trying to like make sure it didn't sound stupid as Amber trying. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Get some checks and balances for Amber trying to get out of this. So it's a 10.
Yeah, with a 10, you can't figure much out, really.
Nope. Greg is frozen. Just completely frozen.
I'll help you next turn.
All right. The gaunt figure stands up. Defect, your held action triggers.
13.
And with a 13, you miss.
No!
God damn it.
I was bored.
Yeah, on a 13 you miss. And it is very angry at you.
Shocker.
Attempts to claw you, can't really get at you the first time, but with a
sorry, just a question. Just for mechanics, because I'm not sure. Because I hold an action to attack it if it gets up, do I get my 2 attacks still, or just my 1?
Holding an action is holding an attack. It's not holding an attack action. So
Gotcha.
It's just one.
Okay.
But the second attack is a 21 to hit. And so he digs his claws into you, dealing you 5 points of slashing damage.
Okay.
But he is up now. Olive, it is your turn. You have an unconscious form of Badeev, in your claws, or in your coils here.
Get ready for when he wakes up.
Yeah. If he moves, I'm squeezing again.
All right, cool. On Badeev's turn, he does not get up, but you can roll some damage if you want there, Spoot.
Oh, not for me. Sorry.
Oh, that's some hot damage, though. We love that.
Yeah.
It's useless, but...
Listen.
Cool. So yeah, the turtles buff it into him once again, and he doesn't get up. Spoot, it is your turn.
Adis, I'm running out of ideas. I know my magic can damage him. I don't know if it's safe to touch that gem, obviously.
Spoot, it is at this moment in time where, as the DM, I am going to remind you of the dream you had.
Oh, Jesus. I'm going to remind myself of the dream I had.
Of a crystal shattering into pieces by some large figures, and then attempting to happen to those pieces, which then shrapnelled out into smaller pieces, resulting in one tiny glowing red gem pulsing alone in the darkness.
Yeah, that's the dream I thought we were talking about.
Yep. And as you see what happens to Adis, I would like you to make this is going to be, I think, a Arcana check at advantage.
All right, skill checks don't let me down now.
Right.
That's what I expected.
Okay, with a 12.
Do you have anything?
You cast Identify on that gem. And then you had this crazy prophetic dream as you try to understand the nature of it. So you know it is innately powerful. But you don't think there's intent behind it. So Spoot, what are you going to do?
I mean, I don't know. On this turn, I'm just going to hit him with Sacred Flame and keep thinking about what the dream means.
All right, yeah, you hit him and punk, no problem.
6 seconds is not enough time to have a
Adis, what are you going to do?
Take 12 points.
I'm going to look at Badeev and then look down at Greg. Greg, I really need your help right now. Let's get this gem out of his mouth, and I'm going to touch Greg and use protection from good and evil, and it gets rid of charm effects.
Nice.
Thank fucking God.
As Adis reaches down, your head clears, Greg.
It's specifically undead.
Yeah.
I have to choose a creature type.
Yeah. Your mind clears, Greg, and you know that Badeev he bit you. This fucker bit you, and you stood by and did nothing while your friends were trying to defeat him. He's a dick.
Murder face. Just murder face. Transition from right. To murder face.
Adis, that is your turn. That is your action. Anything else?
Yeah, and I'm just like, Greg, we need to get that gem out of their mouth. And I don't think I have anything I can do as a bonus action. Hold on. I don't know if I have any cool rogue shit. Sec. Nope.
All right.
That's it.
Defect, it is your turn.
A little bit pissed off. So I will use Reckless Attack and swing my axe at it.
Are you going to rage? And do you have to rage to do a Reckless Attack?
No.
Good question.
Reckless is just a barbarian thing.
Okay,
Yeah.
cool. I didn't know if it was while you are raging, because some of your stuff is that way, so... Great. But yeah, a 23 will hit. And we'll drop him to the ground.
Perfect. And I'll use...
Boop, bash, boop, bash, boop, bash.
And I'll try to aim for the beak.
Okay, go for it.
Nope.
Yeah, you hit the body, but it doesn't really do anything.
All right.
All right. Greg.
So, here is an experiment.
Mm-hmm.
Can I reach out and reduce the gem thing in his tongue? Or no, wait. Maybe I'll enlarge his tongue.
I mean, does it say
So that,
does it
like,
say you
the
have to pick
hole is looser, right? If it's, like, embedded, I'm thinking of, like, how can I change the material to make the gem easier to get?
Are
Right.
you going to attempt this on his tongue or on the gem?
Did Greg process
You are aware of everything that has happened.
okay.
Like
And
it
Spoot
doesn't
saying,
affect
I
your
think the
memory. It's
gem
just
is...
changed your perspective on it.
Right, okay. And I know that Spoot had said, like, don't touch the gem. Right? That's So I think
yeah.
I think that I would try to, I guess, maybe reduce his tongue so the gem might pop out.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do.
Can you
Greg is
do it
thinking
that
outside the
specific?
box.
Okay.
I don't know.
So you cast reduce.
I was just thinking you go in there with your needle nose pliers and just like.
Well, yeah, I just
So you're
I feel
casting
like Greg would've-
reduce.
casting reduce.
Cool. So you reach out and like grab his tongue, and it begins to shrink, and then his mouth begins to shrink, his head begins to shrink, his shoulders begin to shrink. His entire body shrinks, and he is now the size of you, Greg. You've reduced his size by 1.
That
So
didn't help.
he
That
is
didn't do what I thought it would.
he is now a small creature.
But maybe now we can hit him harder.
A restrained small creature.
Or maybe now I can pull this gem out easier because he is smaller.
Actually, what is your spell save DC?
15.
Spell save DC is 15.
Oh, then actually, nothing happens.
God damn it. That still didn't work.
Yeah.
All right.
If he's unwilling, he gets to make a con save.
Yeah.
Even
Yeah.
if he's unconscious?
Yeah. There's just something innate about his body that is resistant to the spell.
Okie dokes.
It's very hardy.
Well, maybe we just stick him in my bag. I'm gonna try that again.
We can throw him
Can't
into
touch the
plane.
gem. We just chuck him in my bag.
Okay.
Does it fit?
The gaunt figure rises yet again.
Defect. Your friend.
And so you attacked recklessly, which means his attacks are at advantage.
Yep.
Does an 18 hit you?
It does, yes.
All right, so he grabs a hold of you, he grapples you, and then he attempts to bite you, but he cannot get through your strange wood metal hide.
Woohoo!
Which is unfortunate for him, because he was really hoping to get some of your life essence there.
Mm-hmm.
Olive, it is your turn.
Golly. Badeev is still unconscious and not small.
Correct. He's just there.
He's just there. I ain't gonna let go of him.
Okay, so you're just holding on.
I'm just holding on, and if he moves, I squeeze.
Yeah. On his turn, the turtles keep buffeting him. Then we're up to Spoot.
Does it?
How many death saves does he get?
Are you subtly? Are you subtly hinting that the damage that I rolled does not matter, and I
At this point, the damage is irrelevant because even if he saves, he still takes the type of damage that is preventing him from coming back.
Okay.
You get the sense that it is not about the amount of damage, but the type of damage that is preventing him from reviving.
Okay, obviously I need more clerics. Quick, everyone line up, we're gonna convert.
Hell no.
Spoot, what are you doing?
Sorry, this is not my best week, perhaps. So therefore, it is not Spoot's best week.
Oh, I'm sorry.
And I am no. I don't. I'm
He's
at a
been
loss.
ripping out the gem.
I'm at a loss. Yeah, let me check my tools real quick.
I will say, Spoot, you know quite a bit about like healing and the body and stuff like that. Just remember that.
Did I watch?
And we
him?
have the surgery kits.
We do.
That's true. That's very true. Did I watch him be healed by Greg? Just curiously enough, did Spoot
Yeah,
see?
you did.
So Spoot's all sorts of confused because he thought he could be healed because he thought he was undead. So now Spoot doesn't.
If only that was a mechanic. I'm gonna throw Phoenix down at this bitch.
It is. It's actually like listed in the spell. That's why That's why Spoot is confused. I think. Also me.
Yeah, it has no effect on undead or constructs.
So he's
Oh,
something
really?
else.
Oh.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you were just pulling like, oh, he's something else because he's walking in the daylight. But no,
Nope,
it doesn't have any effect
that was me not knowing that aspect of the spell.
Oh,
Yeah.
poof. Spoot is less
Neither
confused
yeah.
now.
our healing word has any effect on the undead.
Yeah, no,
There you
yeah,
go.
does nothing. In the olden
Right.
days, it would damage them, but this is not
Yep.
Dang it.
3.5.
Well, it
Okay.
seemed to work and then it didn't. So, you know.
Okay, yeah, you know what? Spoot will go see if he
Ask
can.
for Vivify.
Sure.
Maybe that'll kill him.
Wouldn't that be interesting? If only I had prepared banishment. Yeah, Spoot will see if he can find his.
From our
if
plane.
he
Yeah.
can rummage through and find his that little kit of medical supplies and perhaps a scaffold. Produce a scaffold.
I think I have it.
Then I will say to Greg, if we're going to get this out of him, then maybe the scaffold that we pulled out of the ruins. Where is it?
All right. Adis, what are you going to do?
I'm gonna rip it out.
All right. Make an athletics check.
More
Amber,
ripping.
Amber, can you help me?
What? It's not my turn. I can't do anything.
Flash of genius? No. I don't think it would
Oh,
matter.
oh.
I don't think it would matter. I think the DC's too high for 17.
Oh, Spoot
have
also
one of
wants
those
to yell at
left.
Defect to get to the campfire now.
Hold on, one moment.
I do have
Stand
one
near me and the
so
turtles.
Is it just? So is it a 13? Is that what it is?
Or
There's
you-
no
do
additions.
we want to try the flash of genius?
Sure, yeah. Well, what if you pull from there and do another flash of genius?
Okay, so that adds 4, right?
Yeah,
So for a total of 17.
yeah.
Cool. Adis, you reach into his mouth yet again, and like, you know, you can really just like wrap your fingers around the edges of this gem, and you pull, and you feel it begin to give way. And I need you to make a Constitution saving throw. Ooh.
Ooh.
18.
Nice. So you pull, and as you begin to feel it give, you feel a familiar pulse and crackle around you. And it blasts through your arm, and you close your fist, and you fall back, taking 10 points of necrotic damage. And in your hand, a small red gem is glowing.
Yeah. Can I let go of it?
Yeah, you let it go, and it falls to the ground. And at that,
Okay.
we're going to take our break.
Oh.
So,
I'm not frozen. I'm just frozen.
I did it!
Wow, that was unexpected, honestly.
so at that,
Oh, wait,
We
hold
w-
on. I took 10 points of damage to let me...
you did.
Oh, protection from good and evil drops. But you're not trimmed anymore. So.
Yeah. So we will be back in 5 minutes, and we'll see what happens now that Adis has pulled the plug, as it were.
Oh, not that.
So we'll be right back. Thanks a lot. We'll see you in 5 minutes. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Nuuli Forged. We are in the midst of a moment where Adis has just plucked the gem that was embedded in Badeev's tongue from his mouth. Took a little bit of damage, but successfully removed it and dropped it onto the ground. That brings us to Defect. However, as soon as that gem is pulled from his tongue, you all see Badeev's body begin to decay from the mouth outwards and wither in on itself. And it quickly becomes an emaciated husk. And Defect, you hear the creature that is like grappling onto you cry out in rage and anger. And your mind clears.
I know it's round.
Oh, did you time it out actually? Right when that.
Yeah.
Right?
We've been
You
counting.
never
Wow.
know if it's because it was 10 rounds or because the gem was taken out.
Nope.
That's perfect.
But it's your turn, and this skinny little dude is still grappling you.
Right. Reckless attack, and
Yep.
let's swing at it. 26 to hit.
Yep, it falls to the ground.
Right. Oh, I know Spoot yelled at me to like come inside the circle.
Do you want me to try to make like an intimidation check on that yelk? Because you
No.
did tell me it wasn't fierce enough the first time.
I want to hear that intimidating voice of yours.
Well, on your turn.
It was on last.
So you're just gonna hang out. You're just gonna hang out there, huh, Defect?
Well, yeah, but Spoot told me on a previous turn of his, so should he do it now so that I...
No, I mean, you heard him say, hey, head towards the tent. It's up to you if you want to listen to it or not.
I will come closer. I will swing around to this side. I just feel like, this danger that keeps popping up back in again and again and again. I should stay on it. I've been doing a good job making sure it stays down.
Pops up, bash it down. Pops up, bash it down.
Yes.
All right. Greg, what are you up to?
Well, Grig is going to pull out their little dagger and stab Badeev's dead body.
All right. Yeah, you stab the body, and it is like very emaciated. The clothes are hanging loosely off of it, and as you stab it, like the book and the notes that he was keeping like fall out of his like side satchel. But yeah,
my attention is redirected to those notes.
Great.
Grab them.
The gaunt figure rises up from the ground.
No.
And disengages and runs off.
No.
No.
That's bad. That's bad news bears.
Yeah.
Yeah, it he just kind of runs off.
Not okay.
It's really bad for the ecosystem.
Olive, it is your turn. Actually,
Only
at this point, we can drop initiative, actually.
I'm gonna squeeze the dead body,
Great, yeah, you do so.
and then as a bonus action, revert to being a half orc.
Still squeezing the body.
Yeah. Very cool.
I'm just gonna spreads and then become a half orc again.
Yeah.
Spoot.
All right, cool. So we'll drop order. Yeah.
Spoot's actually, I'm a little concerned to Spoot. Should we track that thing down and finish it off?
I can go hunt it, but it's gonna keep getting up. We don't know how to kill it.
How'd you kill this guy? How'd you kill Badeev?
I
mean-
ripped the gem out.
We assume that is what kept it
Well,
alive,
but
but
he didn't keep getting up.
we...
Ooh, what did you do?
I
As soon as it stepped in Spoot's magic, it seemed to stop healing.
The radiant. The radiant magic was keeping it from healing itself. I wasn't able to fully kill Badeev, and I suspected it might have had something to do with the gem in its tongue. A little too late, I must admit. I can't say if the same effect would have been true for the other vampire, or how much power this gem was giving Badeev. But
Let's check these notes.
Is it still on the ground?
I mean, it's kind of ash, isn't it?
Yeah, the gem is right where you left it, Adis.
Oh, maybe we should see if I have some tweezers or something and I can pick that up.
Here, I got some pliers.
Wait, we still have Kaylin's box. I still have it in my inventory.
This box?
Perfect. We'll put it in the box.
Yeah, lock it in the box.
All right.
Greg, can you use your magic hand? Because that thing hurts a lot.
Okay.
And I'll open up the box.
So when Adis says this, Spoot, that the thing hurts a lot, you think back to when you touched it, and you did not get hurt by it.
That is interesting, says Matt, and I cast history on you. I don't know. That was an accident.
all of Adis's memories start flowing into Spoot.
That was an accident, but
Spoot, you learned more about Adis than you thought you would ever want to know.
Okay, Adis. Okay, all right. All right. Gosh, what was I going with that?
You weren't trying to hurt it.
No. I'm curious. What kind of pain did you feel? I don't know how to ask this question. Can I see your wounds? You don't know that.
I show Spoot my hand while holding the box open with the other hand.
Yeah, Spoot, go ahead and make a medicine check. Yeah, it looks like his hand has withered a little bit, and you think he probably took, like, necrotic damage.
Oh, that's nasty stuff there.
Yeah, it hurts a lot.
Yeah, necrotic damage is not really pleasant. I'm unsure why I was not affected in a harmful way when I used Identify on it earlier. Very interesting. It may not be worth... I don't know. I think we should be careful.
Like investigating it tonight.
Yeah, we should be careful. Let's put it somewhere safe.
Greg, the box, please.
And definitely don't put it in Defect's pocket.
But what if, because he absorbed it? What if he takes it, because that's what gave Badeev so much power. What if it gave Defect so much power? That would be really great, because he's Defect and we like and you trust him.
I'm gonna hold up my hand and
I think we should know more about something before we start running experiments.
Yeah, Spoot's gonna say, wait, listen, I'm gonna tell you as much as I can about this gem. I don't really know what it is. Yeah, Spoot's actually just going to keep talking at this point. Like, it's not very... I think this is out of character a bit for Spoot, but he's like, this is important. Everyone else shut the up. And then we'll proceed to tell you about, like, it's very dangerous. And next time I say, come to the campfire, because the turtles were keeping them from healing. Okay. And we don't know what this thing is, and it's powerful, and I'll go on this whole thing about the dream, and I'll end by saying, and I'm pretty sure it is tied to the shattering of Nuuli. So this is very dangerous. We should definitely take this to Seda and get it looked at.
Are we putting it in the box?
Any questions, Spoot says.
I want to throw his body into the astral sea.
I don't know how I feel about that, but that could be kind of fun. Ooh, we can see if the other body is still there. Also, I mean, what other body? Also, we should probably look over these notes, because maybe he knew something about the feeling of it or something, and maybe he was not actually just a guard. Maybe he was like some sort of, he was aware of the experiments. Ooh, and maybe the husk thing that he created was actually one of the scientists. that was undead, or maybe it was a product of the other experiment. He mentioned that there was something that they used, and I read that in the other
We'll
notes.
just reach out and touch Greg on the head and say, "Please read the notes." That's a great idea. Does anyone need immediate healing? And then I will reference the guardian behind us and say, "The thing should protect the front of the tent while we sleep in case that comes back."
Cool. Did we put the gem in the box or no?
Yep, put it in the box. Whose inventory is it going into?
Bag of holding.
And how did
Do we
you
want to put it in interdimensional holding? Because we don't know what that'll do.
How did you put it in the box?
Mage hand.
Mage hand.
Okay.
Your mage hand is now so powerful.
Right. It's a +5 mage hand.
And then it snaps.
Ah.
All right. You have a red gem
in a box.
In Kalen's box.
Which I'm assuming, because it's prevented my stuff from. I'm assuming it's lead, correct?
No, it's just a little wooden box. It's like a little jewelry box.
Kept you from fighting because he wasn't wearing it.
Yeah. Or, do you know what we could do tonight? We could just go back to the city.
We no longer have.
Yeah, but we need to kill that thing. I really want to kill that thing. Can we kill that thing? How do we kill that thing?
We don't know how to kill the thing.
I'm gonna read the notes and find out.
I'm tired.
Also,
Go to bed.
we don't know where the thing is.
I mean,
You
I
could
could
find stuff.
It might come back with some more vampiric woodland creatures.
Ooh, yeah, that would be good.
that.
We could certainly try to track it. I don't think it is good to leave it in the wild, but until we know how to kill it, I'm not sure we do much more than being locked in an eternal battle.
I mean, yeah. I could open the portal and then we could throw it in there, but we'd all have to go after it.
Only if we know where it is.
I could find it.
He's good at finding things. You're good at finding things too. Spoot's okay at finding things.
We need it to be unconscious. We need to stay unconscious for a whole minute.
Oh, that's easy.
Or we just keep hitting
Defect
it
will
every
just
time
hit
it
it.
wakes up. Is that what we want to do? Do you guys want me to track this thing down?
Yes.
Alright.
Or we can like tie it up or bind it or something, and then we just drag it along with us. We could put it in the bag.
Does it fit in the bag?
No.
I could try
How big
shrinking it again.
That's fair.
The bag does not open wide enough to allow a humanoid to get inside of it.
Damn
What
it.
if it's reduced?
After that one time.
If we reduce it, we can just yeet it into the portal. Am I tracking this thing? Is this what we're doing?
Do you need your wounds cured before you do that?
I would like some healing, yes.
Yeah, but okay.
I'm at less than half. Thank you.
Come
That's
here.
Still at the middle of the night, aren't we?
Yep.
Yes.
Yeah, here, have some more.
We haven't rested.
Yeah, you can
Oh.
do some healing.
Oh shit.
Ooh,
I
look
healed
at
you
that.
good.
Alright, I'm good now. Thank
You're
you.
good at that, Greg.
Anyone else need some healing damage?
I'll
I didn't
survive.
use any spell slots since I was a snake the whole time.
I'll survive for now. How about you, Defect?
No, I'm good.
Okay, let's pack up the tent, or just leave it here for now, with your guardian.
Let's take a rest.
I
It's
think we're
gonna
coming
take
back.
10 minutes to close. We don't have that kind of time if we were going to track.
I think we're coming back to the tent, aren't we?
Sure.
I will say, like, a significant amount of time has already passed. Like, it's probably been like
Maybe
5
we don't go
minutes.
for it tonight. We should track it in the morning. It's the middle of the night, right?
Let's sleep.
Sure.
Surely it has to hide. It has to hide somewhere.
Undead. Do we want? Is the morning a time to track it? Is it going to be invisible tomorrow?
I don't know. Probably. I mean, I don't think it was invisible at all. Just
You
sneaky.
can find traces of it. Let's go to bed. It's nighttime. I was wrong. I didn't need to heal you. Go to bed.
Excuse you.
I'll take first watch.
We already. We're on third watch, I thought.
Yeah.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's right. We resume, not start over.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
I think the only ones. I think Greg was the last watch.
Greg
Yeah.
and Defect
and
were
Defect.
sharing.
And it was me and Olive. And then it was going to be Spoot's last watch.
Okay.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
Spoot will say, well, while they're chattering about tracking or not, we'll just pull Defect aside and say, Defect, I'm sorry. I did not explain myself very well in the heat of the moment. I discovered that my magic was keeping those things from healing, and being close to my circle of turtles seemed to keep Badeev down. Perhaps if we fight this thing again, you and I should stand side by side and face off against this creature.
Defect puts a hand on Spoot's shoulder and says, "Those are the wisest words I've heard from you yet, Spoot."
Thank
Zing
you, Defect.
bang.
What you get?
Thank you.
He kind of like gives him like a hard pat on the back, and then like tries again, like filling out the shell of his, like, I've never done this before. Like,
All for Defect.
I imagine he probably does like move me a little bit, even with my low center of gravity. His strength is astounding.
All right. New hashtag Spoofect. We're good.
Right? No more Griefect, it is now Spoofect.
Hey now.
It's better
We
than
discovered that we can have more than one friend. We're learning.
Yeah. Is
Defect
it
is friends with everybody.
Spoofect or Defoot? What do you think?
Spoofect, I think, is the...
Yeah.
Sure.
All right.
At this point, Defect is friends with everyone but Adis.
Defects have a connection. It's different.
It's different. I know, it's a mutual respect kind of thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
He gives me a hoodlum. I
give
call
you-
him human. Like,
I give Defect powers, he keeps things off of me while I shoot them.
Wonderful. All right. So you resume your resting.
Yay.
Nothing else happens. What's up?
I
Adis?
vote, though, we keep the gem out of the bag of holdings. We don't know how interdimensional storage will affect it.
That means you're carrying it.
That's fine.
Okay.
It's your
Cool.
box.
Also makes me actually concerned for teleportation. So I think this is more Tanner speaking at this point. I can't tell because I know a bunch about portals, so I don't know how much would be metagame technically.
As of right now, Adis, it's just a red gem.
Let's pawn it. That's a great idea.
Take it back to Fey Harbor. Sell it for gold.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's
you
the
can do
worst that could happen.
All right. So you resume rest. You go through the last couple of watching, and the last few hours of watching. Everybody sleeps in a little bit because it was a rough one. But you all awaken having a long rest, and it's up to you what you're going to do as the sun crests ever higher in the sky.
Hunting it down?
Kill it.
Alright.
I
I'll
would
start.
like to destroy it.
I will start my tracking. Are we what kind of environment are we in?
It is plains.
Okay.
That was a long rest, yeah?
Yes, that was a long rest.
Oh, before the long rest occurred, I would have sent a message to Caden saying that we're
Who?
okay. Whatever
To
his name is.
who? Seda or
Hey.
Kaylin?
Kalen.
All right,
Saying that
you
we're
get
okay.
you get a oh yeah, like way before the start or like after your fight. Because after your fight is like the middle of the night.
I would have said, I would not have sent it. He doesn't get a message. Sorry.
I think you had sent one before you went into this long rest anyway. So.
Yeah, that's true.
Cool. But unfortunately, with a 9, there is no trace of a path that you can surmise, Adis.
I can't find it, guys. It's like
you're just
are very.
Somebody else.
You've got a lot of stuff running through your minds right now. You just defeated something that had this crazy gem that hurt you twice, but now you have the gem in your pocket. You know that Kaylin is expecting you to come home. There's a lot rushing through your mind right now, Adis, and you just can't find a trail in all this tall grass.
None of us can help him, huh?
To where the thing.
You didn't offer before I rolled.
Yeah.
That would have been sweet, though.
Right?
Fair. Sorry, I was busy looking at my spells, trying to find something with radiant that deals radiant damage, since I get to change them on a long rest.
I don't think you get anything until you get 6 level spells. You get Sunbeam.
Moonbeam. Moonbeam does radiant damage.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Also reveals shape changers.
Yep, yes. Just prepped it.
Cool.
Couldn't help you with your survival check, but hey, now I deal radiant damage.
Yeah. While Olive and Spoot were praying and meditating on their spells for the day, you were out looking for a trail, and everything else that's running through your head, unfortunately, you just couldn't find something.
I will actually spend a spell slot and do primeval awareness, and so if I detect anything within a mile, that's all I got.
Yeah, you ping, and you don't get back anything that would register on your senses within a mile.
Damn thing moves too fast.
It leaves very different tracks too. Seem lighter.
Yeah.
Shall we head back to the city? Keep an eye out on the way.
No, that only gives me 1,000 points. I was going to say I can find creature, but that only gives me 1,000 feet. And if you can't find anything within a mile, then I'm not going to find anything within 1,000 feet.
I can keep checking throughout the day occasionally. I have enough spells available.
Yeah, I'm just looking to see if I had something more powerful, but it's more specific, but has a smaller range, so not full.
Mm-hmm.
If we were in the woods, it would be 5 miles.
Are we not in the woods? Where the hell are we?
No, you are in grasslands and plains. You are in the pastoral plains is where you are.
Right.
So yeah.
Shall we head back to Bay Harbor?
Yep.
Yes,
seems like it.
I feel like that's going to come back and bite us, possibly literally.
Both figuratively and literally.
But if it does that, we'll know where it is.
All right,
yeah, but how many things is it going to bite before that?
I'm actually very concerned. Olive, I'm sure you can tell that this is going to be terrible for the environment.
Well, yes.
Who's helping me out?
Foxes might.
Cool. I need someone to roll a d20 for me, by the way.
Someone want to help me with this survival check?
I'll do the d20. I can help you with the survival check.
I did the d20 already.
Oh, wow. I wish that had not been the roll.
Okay.
We don't know.
We don't know. This trigger could be good.
It's
just... You know what we're rolling for?
It's a overcast kind of day, so, there's not a lot of, bright sunlight. There's just clouds. It's what it is.
That's cool. Nobody's going to get a sunburn today.
That's not true. Depends how pasty you are.
Believe me, I know.
All right, so go ahead and make a survival check to find your way back to...
Olive, you want to help me?
I would love to help you find our way home.
Just after that last one. Okay, 20.
Hey, at least I'm helping.
20, yeah.
Yeah, no problem. You very quickly get yourself on track. And around mid-afternoon, you meet up with the road that you diverged from on your trek in. And by late afternoon, you can see the barge on your side of the river.
Oh yeah, the ferry.
Yeah. With Herbie and Cloud. And as you approach, they wave. And Herbie, the more talkative of the two, he was Australian. Australian. Well, hey, it's you lot again. Good to see you.
Yeah, we're heading home now.
Too.
Need another trip across?
Please.
All right, it's 3 gold a person.
All
I
right.
give them a giant red gem. Just kidding.
Will this do it?
Probably would.
That's a way to get rid of it.
Oh gosh, we're just gonna destroy Nuuli for good, aren't we?
Yep.
We've unleashed so much shit on this planet or
Yeah.
continent, whatever. It's bad.
I mean, we released a vampire. Adis has released many things on this
Yeah.
continent.
I guess that's true.
Yeah, if you keep opening portals to who knows where.
One
I
day
give
it
him
might
the
be a
3
great
gold for
time.
me.
So
Oh,
you
look,
all pay 3 gold,
Yep.
and everybody's like, "You guys have crack timing, you do. We were just about to head out.
Oh, good.
Thank
We
God.
we haven't had any problems since the last time you came up, and your friend there, Spoot, he talked to them water things." Whoa,
Oh,
he just went Cockney for a minute. Sorry about that. Sorry,
We've got a lot of
Australia.
different directions today.
He's a little confused about it.
He's original Australian. Oh no, that's not true either.
Oh, hey.
Oh,
hang on.
No.
I meant like the first British people that went there that would have been Cockney. Whatever, you know what I'm sorry.
Yeah.
All right, well, let's get on across the river. And so you easily cross the crosscut here at this 800-foot crossing. It takes a little while, and you dock like as the sun is beginning to set.
Detect portal, is it still there? I'm just curious.
Mm-hmm. Yep. You can still sense it about half mile upstream. And kind of
And
down.
now there's a body of water between us and that thing.
Maybe it can't cross running water. Wouldn't that be great?
Makes it harder to find it across running water.
I like to imagine, or at least I would hope it would be possible, for while we were traveling, for Greg to actually ride on Defect's shoulders and be reading these notes. Is that possible?
Sure, I will allow that. Sure.
That defect had like a baby carrier.
Just put a book on his head.
Because Greg is a small creature and Defect is fucking huge. Sure.
Yes. Yes.
Put
All
Greg
I've
in
been
one of
reading all
Defect's
day. Basically.
All right. So, here's what you find spending your day reading on the back of Defect's shoulders. His story was like everything in this notebook is confirming his story. Like it's written by him. But he talks about like the last thing he remembers was getting caught in some crazy magic storm and dying. And then he woke up and people were talking about having like conducting experiments on him using pieces of something else. And then they all heard like warnings or alarm bells or something and ran off. Someone came down and grabbed everybody. And they just like took like all their stuff and ran. And then like the ground started shaking and he was just stuck strapped onto a table for like 900 years, eventually losing consciousness. And he was awoken when the creature who had been used to revivify him in this new form woke up because the the archaeological team opened up that cold storage room and just found a body there, perfectly preserved. So they like started examining it and like kind of took it out to look at it a little bit, and then yeah, it was that creature, and it slaughtered two of them right off the bat, and just essentially like bled them over Badeev, and Badeev absorbed their blood and like down his mouth and everything. And yeah, looking through the other book that Badeev had, it's the notes from the archaeological team, and it talks about finding a desiccated corpse up in the laboratory that was just withered and withdrawn, and then a perfectly preserved cadaver in the small cold storage room. And reading through this all, Greg, you figure out that other thing, that gaunt figure, thawed out, attacked, and essentially revived Badeev. And you found out that even though that that creature was used to create Badeev, Badeev has notes about how he was able to control it through pure force of will. So Badeev, even though he was created using that thing, seemed to be the one in charge.
Ooh, that's interesting.
Okay.
But yeah, it seems that Badeev wanted to learn information. He wanted to get answers. And you can see the last few notes in his book were from like the couple of days that you all spent traveling. And at first it starts off, these people will be useful. They seem fine. But I'm getting hungry. And like, there's multiple entries of like, the hunger's getting worse. It's getting worse. I'm gonna have to do something about him. Good thing I've got the other one following me. And then like the last couple of lines is, it's gonna be tonight. I can't wait anymore.
Cool. Greg is going to basically say, I told you so, the whole way.
I have a question.
Like, once getting to that point, and then I was, see, I told you he was in charge. Also, maybe the red thing made him in charge. What if we had the red thing? Then we could just be in charge of that thing.
I still think that the red thing is far too dangerous to try to control. There doesn't seem to be any purpose behind it, just power, and I think that makes it far too volatile. Or
but you're really good. You're powerful and good. Defect's powerful and good. Maybe you can harness it.
Okay, use more power.
Yeah.
This is not the way to get it.
Yes, I'm not sure we want to take that chance. I don't think any of us currently have the ability to harness whatever this was. I'm not even sure if we'd be aware of what to do about it.
I do have a question though. If that door that I had to like say things or like unlock it, if it closes right behind us, how did that thing get out?
It was with us.
I mean, like aside from Badeev, the other thing wasn't with us unless he constantly. I didn't see him.
He was invisible. He was in the room. He was there the whole time. We never saw him.
We made a lot of perception checks.
Yeah.
And we saw nothing. So, whatever.
I don't like this. Okay.
It's all about where you look.
I looked on the damn ceiling.
Yeah, they can climb.
Yep.
It's not the first time Jared's got me with that, but I was trying not to put that on my character because he wouldn't know.
Which
I have another
which
party
I appreciate.
where one of them always likes to spider climb up to the ceiling, just cause.
I mean, my dampier now has spider climb, so
It's a really good.
So,
I mean, the vampire guys.
So you all cross the river,
Cross river.
and
I told you so. I told you so.
You begin amidst Grig's protestations of telling you all so.
Begin silence on Greg.
Heading back towards Fey Harbor. Do you cast any messages? The sun is going down. You can probably get like an hour or two down this road.
How far out are we?
You know that you're 2 days from Fey Harbor.
I'll cast a message, one each, to Seda first, and then to Kaylin to say we're on the way back to Fey Harbor. We are 2 days out.
Okay.
And then I'll tell Seda that Badeev has been destroyed.
Well, that's good job on getting rid of an undead creature. I hope everyone's all right and there's no ill effects. I look forward to your report.
I will not respond because I have already spent 2 third-level spells.
And then you just like check in with Kaylin.
Yeah, I'll just let Kaylin know that we're coming home, that we're all safe, and
We're alive.
And that I'll say that Adis misses him.
Aww. Good thing one of us is responsible.
Wow.
Oh.
You get a response. Good. I'm glad everyone's okay, and I look forward to your safe return. I tell Adis I appreciate it, and I miss him too.
And I'll go back to Adis and say that I spoke with Kaylin and let Kaylin know that we're on the way home, and they said that they miss you.
Aww. I appreciate that. I'm gonna go out hunting and not bring enough food back for Greg because I'm not very responsible. So.
So, you all begin to set up a campsite, or you're looking for a place to set up a campsite, and Adis, you are just about to go off and hunt. Before
I do that,
when you all see something on the side of the road in a little clearing, you see a very well-proportioned tent that's like very fancy, and you see a immaculate like picnic table with 6 place settings out, and coming out of the tent, you see a cloaked, hooded, green hooded figure.
That's a trap.
Have we
seen such a suspicious thing in my life?
Have I seen anything like this before?
You have, Spoot.
Yes.
You recognize the same green cloak that you saw in the desert.
Yeah.
Is this the sandwich dude?
Yes.
Yeah.
Hey, it's you again. What are you doing here?
Olive doesn't know the sandwich dude, so.
Oh, well, hello. Imagine meeting you all here. How fascinating. Hello.
Oh, yeah, such a coincidence. I'm going to use
It really
before
is.
we step.
Come, please, have some food. Come, join me.
Before we get too close, I'm going to use primeval awareness.
Yeah, your tongue bubbles with kind of an effervescent feeling that you recognize as Fey.
Mm-hmm.
Like you're drinking a seltzer?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Fey seltzer.
It's my Hendrix gin and tonic with elderberry.
Yeah.
With Fey seltzer.
Yeah.
Now, please come. I'd love to have you for dinner again.
That's a very interesting choice of words.
You're right. I guess it was more of like a late night snack last time, but regardless, please come on in. Well, not in. I mean, the table's outside, but I'm sure you're all perfectly capable of finding a place to sit around the table.
Want to see something funny?
Sure.
I pull out one of the flying smut books.
Yes! I knew that was going to happen.
So, funny thing, when you pull it out, it's just a smut book because it's not flying anymore.
It's tied up.
All of that. It's tied up. You're right.
Yeah.
Okay, you want to see something really funny?
I'm on the anti-life shelf.
Untie it.
Do you give it to them to untie it?
Yeah.
Not this.
They untie it.
Spoot's like, maybe.
And it just lays there.
Damn it! I poke it.
You remember that you wait, Adis beat up 3 of them, but the other one was still active. So, so he unties they untie the other one, and they pick it up, and it begins flying around, and he's like, "Oh, well, that's an interesting little debacle." He waves his hand, and it goes inert and falls to the ground.
Whoa! Can I do that?
Oh, probably if you know the right spell. It's not very hard.
What is it? How'd you do it?
Oh, dispel magic. It's really quite simple.
Oh.
Spoot's writing notes down.
Yeah, no, you're right.
I never thought of that.
I should have thought of that. I thought it was like a creature or something.
I mean, it is, but it's an enchanted one, so, it's just a little bit of a construct.
Read the title. It's really funny.
Oh, yes, no, I've read this before.
He has.
Which one is it? Tusk Love, the interdimensional book?
But they kind of, toss the book back to you. Now, please.
Wait, Greg, you could have done that the whole time and I could have avoided all those paper cuts.
Well, no, not necessarily, and also, maybe.
Now, please,
Where's
join me for
that?
dinner. I've got sandwiches. I've got a roast pheasant I'm working on.
Meat?
Of course.
Want some good berries?
Oh, no, you keep them. They're
Like-
fine.
Also, how'd you know we were here? Also,
I didn't.
are you following us?
No.
Also, do you just hang out and give food to people by passers-by? But then
Some.
again, this table has 6 fat settings at it.
Yeah.
There's 5 of us.
Yep.
And with him it's 6.
Right.
I used to work
I'm
as
glad.
an accountant.
I'm glad to see you can all do math. This is good. Yes.
Yeah.
Olive's never seen this guy before, but she's going to sit down and have some pheasant.
Mhm.
Yeah.
She doesn't find this suspicious.
So
Yeah.
they stay cloaked and hooded the whole time, but the head does kind of cock. He's like, "You're new, aren't you?"
I mean, define new. I've been me for some time now.
Yes, but you're not the one who was with them before.
No, I've only been with these idiots for a little while.
Hmm.
That's
Interesting.
wrong.
She's not wrong.
Well, Olive, you should really give your friend your name.
Well, Spoot will insight check.
Who? Adis? Sure, go for it.
Yeah, why did Ada say that?
In that way. Amber's suspicious.
Okay, with a
Greg doesn't
15
care.
Spoot, you know that Adis is trying to be a smartass. Because he's always paranoid about fey creatures.
Spoot very nearly said, Olive, you don't have to tell him your name if you don't want to. But then, yeah.
Adis did just say, Olive, tell him your name. So.
Yeah, I fucked that one up, but
Well, it's nice to meet you, Olive, and of course Defect and Spoot and Greg and Atis. It's nice to see you all again.
How have your travels been since we last saw you?
Oh, far and wide. Seems you're getting quite busy. I mean, you're all the way over here now.
We
Yeah.
are
all the way over here.
Crazy.
How did you get all the way over here?
Well, same way as most people.
You're quite the traveler, aren't you?
I go all over the place, really.
Mm-hmm. How's the sandwich?
It's very tasty.
It was good last time, I think.
Yes,
Pheasant is delicious.
I have. Oh, thank you. I do appreciate the plethora of ingredients one can find around this area of the multiverse. So
Olive's going to pull out her orcish spices and dump it all over the pheasant.
I'm curious,
Ah.
what do you find around these parts? I'm a bit of an herbalist myself, but I'm not familiar with these parts. Is there something I should look for?
Well, that depends on what you want.
Oh, anything with medicinal purposes or perhaps for food?
Well, there's pheasant.
I can find food just fine.
Well, I was specifically searching for advice on herbs and plants. I know you've got the animal thing down.
Well, if you're looking for medicinal plants, there's certainly some useful molds and lichens. But I'm not too much of a apothecary. I just enjoy cooking, so like finding wild thyme and rosemary is very convenient.
I'm gonna switch to Sylvan.
Okay.
I think he might be looking for something a bit more exotic. From home.
So who else here speaks Sylvan? Anybody?
I don't.
Nope.
No.
Then in Sylvan, Adis, you hear the same voice. Well, that depends on who. Are you suggesting me or your friend Spoot here?
Well, I know you're from the Feywilds, and he's just a knowledge seeker, and he's never experienced it.
Well, everyone's
So
got to be
maybe-
from somewhere.
Yes, but I don't know if you maybe have something pique his curiosity. I'm sure you have many things.
Oh, I do.
Uh-oh.
How about if I trade you some super fun mushroom liqueur?
Well, I don't know if I have anything worth that.
Listen, it's a great prank.
Pranks are all right, but a little beneath me. But we are being rude. We should include your friends in this discussion. Pardon
Greg
me.
doesn't care because he's eating pheasant.
Switches back to common. Pardon me. I had to answer a few of Adis's questions. Now, what have you been up to that brings you out here? I'm very interested to know.
Well, they were all
Boring.
tricked by a creepy guy with a red gem in his tongue. They all
You mean
thought that he
they
was
were all
so
tricked?
friendly. I knew he was up to
Really?
no good. I wanted to kill him from the get-go.
Yeah,
He was
I
living
thought he was
underground
your
for
best
900 years.
I was
that's
waiting
the
for
one
it
that
to
got
be-
charmed.
Yeah, 'cause he
tried to
bit
heal
me.
him.
Can Spoot, like, while they're doing all this like banter back and forth, just like address him directly and tell him a very straightforward and succinct version of what happened?
Yeah, absolutely. You do so, and they kind of like nod at you. You still can't see their face because they keep their hood drawn at all times. But yeah, they nod, but they also seem to be listening to the conversation of the others as well. This is
Yeah, it's
very interesting. Very interesting indeed. And you have a new member.
it's all very perplexing. We have unfortunately lost the member you met prior, and
Well, that is
Terry's
sad.
with, Terry's with Melora now.
It is sad when a friend passes on. A new member and a half-orc. That's interesting.
Why are you so
Uh,
perplexed? What's so interesting about that? I'm a goblin.
insight
he-
check.
I like how he finds us sus.
I know.
But
All of this gonna call us your trust
Oh, don't misunderstand. I don't mean anything negative by that. I just mean interesting. It's a interesting development, is all. But I suppose that I suppose that is life, though. Yeah.
I was hoping.
If you want to make insight checks, you can make insight checks.
Oh no! Now Adis out insights me too.
Okay. So Spoot, he's pretty difficult to, or they are pretty difficult to read.
What?
I'd like to
Okay.
point out that we rolled the same
Wow.
thing, technically, and yet
Okay. So, Greg and Defect, with a 13 and a 15, this individual is very hard to read, and you just kind of take their words at face value. You don't pick up any double talk or anything like that. They are just spitting the truth.
I guess it is interesting, sure.
Spoot and Adis. You get the sense that there is a bit of confusion about the addition of Olive to your party. You get the sense that they were not expecting Olive, but yet there were 6 places set.
They're expecting bulk.
Nobody expects the half-orc druid.
Yeah, but that's the most you get, even with those very high insight rolls.
God damn it. Were you expecting a different guest?
Well, to be perfectly honest, I wasn't sure who to expect.
But you did expect us.
Well, I expect people to come by on the road all the time. You never know. You meet fascinating people on the road.
Yes, you do. Insight check.
Yeah, go for it. With a 25.
Jesus.
On whether he was actually expecting random people or us.
With a 25, he was expecting someone.
Interesting.
Sorry, you don't think that they lied. You don't think they lied.
I just know there's not everything is coming out.
He's expecting y'all with Carol.
Do you tell everybody you barely know everything?
No.
Adis might.
Excuse you.
Just kidding.
So, you all
For this,
eat. Yeah, go for it, Spoot.
I was going to say, for the sake of friendly competition, the fact that I did roll a nat 20, did I not learn a smidgen more than
No.
Adis?
You cannot crit skill check.
You did not.
Oh, yeah, but, I was hoping for something. I'm actually, pretty disappointed that I cannot do anything better than anyone at all.
That is not true.
You keep us alive.
Except for
Kill vampires.
You kept that vampire down.
That is very not true.
I just mean, skill-wise, I was like, I'll put all my points in wisdom, and at least he'll be wise. But he's not.
Listen, at one point, you're going to far out damage me in everything. I'm literally just going to be skill checks at some point.
It'll be kind of hilarious because it'll still be rolling 6s on.
So you all finish your meal, have pleasant conversation, and when you are done, the individual says, "Well, that was wonderful. It's very nice seeing you again and meeting you for the first time, Olive. If the fates are kind, I'm sure we'll meet each other again. But who knows what the future holds?"
Where does your journey take you? Or do you have a destination?
Here, there, all over, really. One just sort of wanders when one is not on a schedule.
Corporeal.
Oh, I'm very corporeal.
Is there... This is maybe a weird question. Is there, maybe some kind of deity-specific saying that I might know to fellow clerics that I might meet in my travels that I could say?
I'm unsure of the question you're asking.
I'm unsure also.
Okay, well, when you're sure,
Give
you
me
can
10
ask
minutes
me a
and let me roll augury. No, I'm wondering if there's something in my clerical training is there something that we might say to other followers of Farlane?
Oh yeah, like there's
thing to,
there's
Farlane
there's a Farlane greeting. Yeah,
it's something to do with may your travels be never ending or something like that.
Yeah, may the horizon always greet you with new information and new adventures or something like that. Yeah, sure.
I'll just say that as we leave.
Yeah. They kind of nod and respond, "Oh, that's very kind of you. Hope it goes well for you too." And as you all get up and kind of walk away from the table, you hear a quick clattering of dishes and turn back around, and the table and the tent and the individual are gone.
That's never not weird, but also awesome.
I had some questions for him. God damn it.
It was a pretty good dinner.
I don't think he was going to answer them.
I don't think so either.
Probably not.
You never know with their kind.
Yeah, I guess you would know.
You could pop him in a portal next time.
He would probably be fine with getting back just as easily.
You know what kind of portal you would have to do to get to where he's from? Do you sense a portal? Did he just go through a portal?
He's Fae.
Yeah, but did he have to go through a portal just now? Was there a portal?
No, but he's from the wilds. There's lots of ways to enter them.
Yeah, but a portal.
How
Look at
do
the
you
portal.
enter? What are the other ways
Is there
you
a
might
portal?
enter?
There's certain spells you can cast that can bring you to different planes. You just have to be a very powerful caster.
Well, he's certainly a very powerful cook.
He's powerful indeed.
Also, what's
So-
the deal with his face? I couldn't see it no matter what. It was weird.
I'm not sure
I mean,
what to make of
it was
them.
very friendly looking. It wasn't very specific, but it was very friendly.
Oh, the Fae always appear friendly.
Always?
They
I'm
tried
not sure.
to.
I'm not sure the two that came out of that portal that one time.
Definitely not friendly.
Almost always.
I mean, I'm learning too.
So
I have
as
no
you
idea.
all continue this discussion into the night, you take the long rest, do watches, whatever. 2 more days, the 2 days pass, and you find yourselves walking back into Fae Harbor.
The whole time, like once every hour-ish or so, or no, once every 2 hours during the day, and then twice at night, I wanted to cast Primeval Awareness to see if that thing ever came within ping.
You get no pings.
No one dead? Okay.
Nope. But you make your way back to Fae Harbor, the big gates with the banner of the city and the big wall, and they interview you. They let you in. What do you do?
Go back to the place we've been staying, I guess.
I think we want to go find our librarian friend and show
Yeah,
him.
let's drop some stuff up at the library.
Oh, sure, yeah. What time is it?
It's fairly early in the day.
Okay.
Did we
Then,
find
yeah.
anything nice, Greg? Anything to sell?
Well, got some
I don't remember
jars,
the loot.
some beakers, some surgical tools, some books.
Oh,
Somebody needs a kiss.
He's not a licker. He's a booper.
oh, that's even better.
His little wet nose. Yes, it's better. Yeah, I mean, we don't have anything that great, but maybe somebody's interested. But really, I might want to keep him, or maybe Mr. Seda wants to keep him. Maybe he'll pay us for that, even though we didn't bring back any bodies.
I just wasn't sure if we... Tanner wasn't sure if we found anything nice. I don't remember the loot.
I mean, maybe somebody would like to buy some smutty books.
That's
Yeah,
true.
it's just a bunch of books.
We could maybe get something with those.
Yeah, we can try that later. Let's go see Mr. Librarian and see if he'll pay us, even though we didn't bring back any of his dudes.
You brought back some notes and information.
A lot
Yeah.
of notes.
And
So-
a gem.
So you head on over to the library. You are shown right in, and you find Seda in his office. Oh, how nice you have returned. Please, come in. And I assume you tell him all the stuff and show him the notes that you discovered and everything.
There's probably a little Grig flare in there, like, I told them!
Right.
I think at this point, Spoot's like partial impatience has worn off, and so we'll let them banter as much as they see fit.
Seda just kind of takes all the information that you give him. When you tell him about the death of the archaeology team, he kind of nods sadly, as though like he expected it, but is still saddened by the loss. I mean, you did tell him previously that they were dead, but he appreciates that you give a complete report. You do notice, like, all the time you are telling him what happened. Well, Adis and Spoot notice that there is a pen on his desk that is writing everything down.
I gotta get me one of those.
Fancy.
It is indeed.
Well, and so you finish. Well, Did you tell him about the crystal, the gem?
I have sent, an ascending spell told him my initial thoughts without much clarity.
Okay. Well, I am glad you are all okay, though I am sorry that they couldn't find, or that you couldn't find a way to save the team. I've already informed their families of their fates, and they're in grieving.
It was too late by the time we got there.
Of course. No one expects you to be able to raise the dead. Anyway.
Lol.
There's... I am curious about this gem that Spoot has told me about. I don't suppose... Oh, sorry, his voice. Forgot his voice. I don't suppose there's any chance you would let me look at it.
Yes, I think we could do that. I would just be careful. We've had mixed results touching it.
Briggs' mage hand will appear. I could show it to you with this.
All right.
I mean, you don't want to touch it, because it kind of hurts, or it makes you really confused.
So, yeah, Spoot will kind of maybe give him a like when I touched it, I had these visions, which I tried to explain in the sending spell, and this is why I think that it. And then I had this dream, and this is why I think it's related to breaking, and I didn't get physically harmed when I touched it, but it definitely like gave me some immense signals. But when Adis tried to pull it out of Badeev's tongue, he suffered necrotic damage.
Quite a bit of it.
Interesting.
Quite a bit.
I have a suspicion about what it might be. May I see it?
It's probably a piece of those stones, right? Here, open the box. Mage hand flips over to Adis.
It's not gonna be there.
So you open the box, and indeed, inside is that little tiny red gem.
Little spectral claws holding it, and we'll bring it over to in front of Sada's eyes.
Yeah, he reaches for it and like just kind of plucks it out of the hand. No effect.
Hand slaps him. Slaps it out of his hand.
Lord.
I need to look at it.
Yeah, you can look at it, but don't touch it. It does weird things. Spoot said don't touch it.
I just touched it.
I think perhaps we can let Sada touch it. But thank you for the...
I appreciate your due diligence, but if it's what I believe it to be, it's perfectly safe to handle.
Touching it, can I poke it?
Yeah, he picks it up, and he's kind of holding it, and you touch it, and nothing happens to you.
Huh.
All right. Greg climbs up on the desk to look at it with him.
Yeah, you see his eyes flash blue and silver. And his face like changes to one of awe and wonder. This is a fragment of the blood shard. This contains within it so much power, but it is only pure power without direction.
So can we give it to Defect?
Let's give it to me.
I think a lack of direction would be very dangerous in the hands of
Holding
someone who
it does nothing.
frequently rages.
There is potential, but unless it is guided by something. There are stories about fragments like this finding their way to individuals who use them to craft wondrous things. But it is very difficult. There are very few who would be able to claim they have ever seen one. This has the potential to grant great power. However, it can also be used to cause great devastation.
Or good.
That depends. What do you know about the actual shards themselves?
Big rocks, lots of power, broken up, spell storms.
What Rick said.
So nothing.
Basically what Greg said.
The 7
Greg's
shards
mind is like,
each have their own characteristics. The blood shard that this is a fragment of can be used to either harm or to heal. That is its purview, its purpose, its portfolio. It is theorized that when the Progenitum Arcanum was one solid crystal, it was the aspects of direct pain and also healing were shunted off into the blood shard during the primary division. It is dangerous to hold simply because it will make you a target for those who seek such items. But if you can find a skilled enough people, or a skilled enough person to forge it into something, to craft an item with it, it could be very beneficial or very harmful.
yes, please.
If people are looking for it, I'm just curious, is this safe to hold in interdimensional storage?
As far as I know, I see no problem with it. These fragments themselves are inert. It is when they are added to things to give them purpose and guide the power, that is when they become dangerous.
I'm concerned that it is too great a risk to even try, and that perhaps it should be kept somewhere safe.
In the bag.
At least until we can figure out what to do with it. But is there still, I mean, even with a skilled craftsperson to make it into something else, it sounds like there's still a risk of it having negative effects.
Well,
Perhaps.
When you have a finely crafted sword, it can be used for murder or defense.
I mean, you make a good point.
Murder.
I'm more worried about perhaps the influence it might have on the wielder.
As far as I'm aware, these items are not sentient.
What could go wrong? Spoot says half sarcastically.
I'm just giving you the information that I have.
I understand. I apologize for being a little.
It is wise to
pessimistic.
be cautious, my friend.
do damage or healing. There's a chance that we could make this into something that just like heals you all the time, like makes you super healy and stuff like that. Because that's kind of what it seemed like it might have been doing for Badeev, the guy we killed, because he kept healing up like every time that we hit him until he got hit with radiant damage. So you're talking like that kind of powerful, like regenerative power? Because I gotta tell you, that sounds.
Well, I do believe
from what you have told me, it sounds like whoever did those procedures to this Badeev implanted this fragment within him and conducted further experiments to graft it and bond it and awaken it somehow and give it direction. Based purely on the scant information I have and that you've told me of, it is possible they used this gaunt vampiric figure you've told me about as a template or some sort of source material in the changes they wrought in Badeev, and used those to activate and guide the fragment.
That sounds so good. Does it have to be something organic, or could we create it out of something else?
In my research, not that there's much of it about these sorts of things, there is no mention of any organic things before. They've all been inert items.
Then how did it bond with Badeev?
I mean, he was dead.
Oh. Oh. Could we do that with somebody?
I don't.
What if we got super carely?
Oh no. I think that's unwise. So spooky. And that's all I'll say about that.
Okay, it was a thought.
Understand.
I think you
If
burned
you all
her.
miss Carely. Oh yeah, you're right. We spread her ashes already.
Yeah.
It took a while to get all. No, I'm just kidding. Yeah, I don't know. I have a lot to ponder, says Spoot aloud.
Well, and he kind of puts it back in the box and hands it back to you. Whatever you do, I would not tell people that you have it, unless you find a craftsperson you can trust and decide to invest in such an item.
We should keep it very hidden.
Okay.
I think that is wise, Adis. However, in the meantime, I believe I do owe you a bit of money.
Yes.
And he passes over a few bags that you can tell contain coins. Did you find anything else on your journey that were particularly interesting that might...
I mean, there's this journal that was about Lycos and these 5 books that were in really good condition. And then there were these. These were funny. They were enchanted to fly around. They're smut, but you might like them in your library. Every library needs a little bit of a erotica in it.
Yeah, so the...
They do attack, however.
So the 3 that Adis beat up are just like dead, broken books. They don't do anything anymore. They're just like damaged.
I thought I beat them towards unconscious, not death.
Yeah, once they go down, they're destroyed. Like they don't heal, is what I'm saying.
Oh, true. Be careful if you mend them. They may start biting your face with pages.
Well, you can keep those. I'm not really very interested in them. However, these, all the research and everything is part of the payment. So I appreciate your returning all that to me.
Yep.
Oh, dog.
These additional 5 tomes are in quite good condition, and certainly not what I asked you to retrieve. But if you are willing to part with them, I would be willing to give you 50 gold per book.
Great, sold. Although maybe Spoot wants to look at them. I kind of looked at them a little. They don't.
Can I take some time with them over the next few days, perhaps, Seda, and then so we can make some sort of barter arrangements before we leave town?
As you wish, but if you do wish to sell the set, I would be interested in acquiring it.
Absolutely.
Cool.
Adis, was there any of your discoveries that might be... I'll try to say this like aside to him, understanding that obviously we're in the room with Seda. Is there any of your discoveries in the room that might be, I don't know, useful information towards this research that we discovered?
I mean, aside from the fact that there were no bodies, the village was underground when it wasn't there to begin with. And half that temple, the back area, was supposed to be a portal.
Oh,
Right,
yeah.
there was the missing temple bit.
Yeah, we'll bring up the missing temple. Yeah, I'm just thinking out loud if there was anything.
He looks
else
at you
might have
as you
recognized.
tell him all this, Adis. So, you were familiar with the location, but how is that
Not-
possible?
Oh, he's really old.
I was
I
trying
see.
not to be so specific.
I don't mean to pry, but I would be very interested to know how you know so much.
I thought there was gunshots, but those were fireworks.
Ah.
What was that last part? He would like to know what?
He's interested to know how you know what you know about the place.
Well,
If you would be willing to disclose it to him.
how much time do you have? Is the question.
I have time.
Oh.
So it's really just how much do you want to share?
I mean, I'll...
Perhaps another night? I believe you have someone that's waiting on you.
What time of day is it? Evening?
It's probably about midday by this point.
Oh, okay. He's probably working. I mean, I'll share with him the fact that I'm from Lycos and all that stuff. Sure, he seems trustworthy. Wait.
Okay.
Would I trust him? What roll would I do to see if I trust him?
You can make an insight check on him.
Do I feel like I can trust him?
With a 25, this guy is a cleric of a priest of a good aligned god deity. He has kept every promise that he's ever made to your group. He's helped you out of a sticky law incident and given you good advice. He has been very helpful since you first encountered him, and Spoot trusted him with the whole Red Crow thing, and that was to your benefit.
Right. Okay, that's fair. Yeah, I'll just like pull up a chair. Just start talking.
He listens without interrupting, maybe asking the occasional question, just for clarification. But yeah, he listens and kind of takes it all in. You notice he occasionally like waggles his finger towards the pen, as though like re-upping the enchantment that keeps it writing.
Mm-hmm.
And then when you're done,
I'll also like help
Mhm.
him. I'll go through his books and correct where they fucked up the old English or the old common.
Cool. When you're done, he looks at you. I am very sorry, Adis, for all that has happened to you because of a random concurrence of foolish wizards.
I mean,
However,
it wasn't just me that paid that price.
that is true. The world would be a much different place had the Ibn not been as power hungry as they were. But it does do me good to... Did you tell him about Kalen?
I'll leave that part out for
Okay.
now.
Okay. It does do me good to know that you have found friendship and companions here and are starting a new life.
I do have one friend who we found from back home, and he's made of glass from the spell storm. I don't know if you have
Fascinating.
any way to help him. He's back in Red Sand, but he
Where?
can't see, he can't hear.
But
I
he has
don't
the
know where-
scorpion.
He has a smarmy scorpion named Rendy.
He is in Red Sand.
Yes.
Where
We
in Red
left-
Sand?
Spoot, do you know where? Can you see where they are?
Can I see?
I mean, you know you left him with Paulifor.
Yeah.
Yeah, at the like shop, the little kooky shop.
What was it? Yeah, what was it called? Desert Expeditions or something like that?
Yeah.
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah.
He nods and he says, "Oh yes, I am acquainted with the proprietor."
Yeah, he can't
Are
see,
you-
he can't hear, and we found him wandering through the desert.
Interesting.
But he does
Very
have a
interesting.
scorpion.
Are you
I mean,
part of a
this-
secret society?
The
Are
knowing
all old
mistress
guys
knows
part
all.
of a secret society?
This is what you get for trying to keep showing us the dog.
Everything's fine.
Yeah,
Everything's fine.
yeah. All right.
I'll pick them all up. Everything's good.
So the last question he asked you, Adis, is if you know the name of the proper name of the city.
Red Sand?
Red Sand?
No, of the one underground.
Do I know the proper name?
Understand.
You do. You know, you were from Lycos, and the village that you found, the one with all the coyote tribe, was named Lytral.
Okay, I'll tell him that.
He takes it and nods and makes a note of it. Well, you have all done me a great service, and I am very much appreciative. I think you deserve some rest.
Yes. Rest is good.
Please enjoy your newfound wealth, and I will begin looking into these things and, pardon me, see if I can aid you in any way. And he kind of like dismisses you. So
Wait, so are we
Okay,
gonna make an
bye.
infinity gauntlet? Is that what's gonna happen?
Damn straight.
These stones.
all right,
Defect becomes Thanos.
Well, or Mike's idea of we each get a ring and together we form.
I got Captain Planet. But Kirley pops out instead.
you can
Yeah.
certainly try.
Clearly.
Yes.
You can certainly try. So, it's about like mid-afternoon when you get out of there through all that storytelling and everything. Maybe a little later. But yeah, what are you gonna do?
Drinks.
Food.
Food and drinks. Fish.
Doodling.
Did you
Back to our inn.
tell Kaylin you were back in town today?
It's been 2 days, right?
Yeah, I mean he is expecting you, but you haven't like. I'm asking if you've messaged him that you arrived.
Yes. Spoot would have behind the scenes messaged him that we had arrived and that we
You
needed
might want to go talk to him.
and that we need to check in with Seda and where should we meet you? That was the question.
All right. The response is
that was
that
one
he
of us
he will
response.
meet you at the that bar that you like so
Above
much.
decks.
The
Above
above
decks?
decks. The above
We will
decks.
say we should go to that bar that we like so much.
We should
Yeah,
just
where
buy,
we've been staying.
we should
Yeah.
buy the above decks. That's what we should do.
All right. So you head over to the above decks, and there's not a lot of people in here yet. You're beating the like, you're like maybe the early end of happy hour. So you're pretty early.
That's my favorite time.
Yeah.
Bags
And
of gold, and should we divvy them up?
and Vidar is like happy to see you all and welcomes you in and helps serve you drinks.
How much gold did we get? 2,000?
1,000.
We didn't count.
1,000.
Yeah,
Okay.
you got 1,000 gold as reward for this endeavor.
Okay, so we all got 200.
Yep.
Or are we doing a party fund as well?
Well, I have all of the oligarch cash, so but we can divide that if it was multiple bags already.
Yeah. Why don't we keep the oligarch cash as like party funds, and we can keep this one as personal for this adventure.
Makes sense. 200 each.
I was gonna say Olive is pretty much broke without this, so.
Okay.
I just know it's very safe to have like a separate party fund for emergencies, so I just didn't know how we were doing that.
Yeah. Yeah, I dig it. So yeah, you all head on over there and you are drinking, kind of having a good time. A couple hours go by and Kaylin walks through the door.
Oh, hey, Kaylin. It's so
How
good
have
to
you
see you
been?
again.
Hello.
Insight check, Spoot.
I mean, if you want to.
Do it.
Suspicious.
I know he'll win. His insight is terribly.
Yeah, but
high.
it doesn't matter. It
Okay,
doesn't matter
with
'cause in the
with
end,
a
you
with a
win.
24, Spoot, what is your motivation here?
What am
Spoot
I?
is now the follower of a god of love.
Spoot cheekily invited Kaylin here and is kind of sort of trying to pretend like he's surprised.
Okay. Adis, you immediately can tell that Spoot knew Kaylin was coming.
I'm just gonna like give Spoot just like look.
Spoot just kind of shrugs and then looks down at his glass.
Spoot wins in this exchange.
He does.
But Kaylin comes over and says hello to everybody. I hope I'm glad to see everyone's okay. And then turns his attention to you, Adis.
Drinks? Food? What do you want? Where are you working? Right.
I'm done for the day, but I'm glad you're okay. It's good to see you again.
It's good to see you too. How many drinks deep are we at this point?
You probably have had like 2 or 3.
Okay. I'll like scooch over for
Greg
Kaylin.
is like laying on Defect's shoulder.
Yeah.
Can
He sits
Hey,
down.
Kaylin.
He sits down. Hello, Greg.
Did you kill any more red crows?
Well, no, but we've had some success in rooting out a few individuals that I have knowledge of.
What about
That's
Bodo? I don't like Bodo. We should kill Bodo.
We're
I do have
in
a
the
bone to pick with
process
Bodo.
of finding him. Hopefully, we will. We've sent
Okay.
out some people, so.
I'd love to stick a few
We
arrows
got
in
bit
him.
by a vampire. I
can
know what
look
it's
at-
like to be charmed now. You are charmed.
For
I
me,
love Drunk Greg.
I was?
I
can
think
locate him if that's helpful. I
Uh,
can locate humans I've met.
within
Who?
1,000 feet?
Who are we locating?
Maybe.
Bodo gonna kill him.
I'm fairly confident that all of the higher up Red Crows have evacuated the city.
Bastards.
I just feel like that.
after
you know,
your impressive display at Tower Manor.
50
mean,
miles. 50 miles for humanoids, I know.
Damn!
I started squeezing Defect's arm, being like, so strong.
Yeah.
I think that's only like 2 days travel, technically. I mean, I definitely feel like them surviving and escaping is gonna bite us in the ass.
So
Vampire.
time time passes. You all catch up. Yeah, Kalen pretty much tells you all that he's been working with the guard to kind of suss out any Red Crow contacts that he knew from his days that he knew about, and then kind of pressuring them to reveal more information, so on and so on and so forth. So, Spoot, you decide to go acquire rooms for the evening, which is a very normal thing.
I decided to try to do it before we got too far in.
Yeah.
Although I am a little sad that I may have missed part of drunk. Grief.
Yeah. So you go off and you acquire the rooms. It's going to be 4 gold per room.
I will pay it.
And all things considered, I'd say you each run up a tab of like 7 gold between all the drinking and the eating.
I'll just tell the bartender, because I can maybe see where this is going without an inside check, that he can just put it all on my tab and I'll pay it in the morning before we leave.
I order a shot.
Yeah, Greg is letting loose. Greg has been weirdly responsible until now, but Greg just faced a vampire and it was freaky.
Yeah, that's legit.
Hey, Greg, I found this great liquor called tequila. Here, take a shot. I'll do one with you.
Sweet? I want it to be sweet. How can we make it sweet?
Here's a lime.
That's not sweet. Wait, what's a lime?
It's a citrus. Here's some citrus.
What's a citrus?
So
just give me your hand. I put some sugar in Greg's hand.
Agave.
Lick that after.
So you do your drunk shenanigans, and it gets pretty late in the evening. The rooms are available. Adis, as your friends get up to go to their rooms, Kalen gently grabs your hand, and he says, I have a apartment if you want to check it out. I got it with the money you gave me. I've paid the rent for a few months, so you don't have to spend money here.
I'm happy that got you a few months.
I still have a lot left of it, to be honest. You gave me a lot of money.
I don't remember how much we gave you.
You gave him 100
You're
gold.
flush with cash.
Oh, I didn't know 100 gold went that far. Yeah, no, I'm trashed.
Yeah.
This is. I'm like kind of slumped on him a little bit.
Yeah, so assuming you agree to go back to his apartment.
Yep. Try to walk me there.
Yeah, he helps carry you out that way. It's actually not too far. It's on the edge of this district. And he tells you that, and he kind of walks off with you. The rest of you take up your rooms. There's an open one apparently because Spoot bought an extra room.
Yeah, looks like Olive gets their own room, unless Team Griefek wants to split up, but somehow I don't.
Nope.
Never.
You just open Spoot's room and there's just a tortoise in the middle of the room.
Yeah.
So
actually,
you all head on upstairs to get some rest, and Adis walks off into the night with his husband. And
if I may.
Yeah, go for it.
You mean stumbles off into the night? There's no walking.
Is carried off in the night by his husband.
There you go. There you go.
I think this is the night, since Spoot is in a room by himself, that he privately tries the bed for the first time.
Okay. And as Spoot,
use the bed in front of us?
As Spoot kind of like lays on his back and is like, no, and kind of rolls over to his side, pulling a blanket up over him. That's where we will end tonight's session of Nuuli Forged.
Of all the things you don't want to do in front of your party, try a bed is a new one.
Well, I don't know. I've never done it before.
Yeah.
Who knows? This could be so embarrassing to everybody else does it.
What if I really like it?
See me in a bed. He doesn't see us in a bed. The cots are different.
That's very true. But yeah, Thank you everyone for joining us tonight. Thank you, I've Got It, as always, for being active in the chat. Much appreciation to you. Let's go around real quick while I figure out who we're going to raid this evening. Say goodbyes, plug anything that you want to plug or you think is kind of cool or nifty, and we'll go from there. Let's start in this corner with Spoot.
Hello, thank you for watching. We're alive. Find us next week.
Maybe.
You're real good at that.
Fire doesn't kill us in the meantime.
It always puts me first. I'm like, ah.
Like it's always a surprise.
Yes, this is the thing to do.
Moving on to Adis.
Thanks for watching, guys. We'll see you next week if I survive this weekend.
Indeed, it's going to be a very busy weekend for some people.
Oh.
Because it's Pride in NYC, everybody.
Yeah.
Oh dear.
R.I.P. guys.
Speaking of Constitution saves.
Can you guys prepare Ray's Dead? Thank you.
We'll have it on standby.
I have Speak with Dead prepared.
That doesn't help me.
So we can find out all the fabulous things he did before he died.
Right.
Don't want to know.
No.
And Olive.
Hey! Cattail Press, The Kingdom of Grimsby by Krista Martocci is available on Drive-Thru RPG, and I think you can currently get it custom printed, as well as getting it in PDF form.
Very cool.
You get to be the Snow White's dwarves, and I don't know, save the kingdom or something. It's a 5e one-shot short campaign.
Nice.
And I remembered all that.
Good job. And Greg.
That's me. Hi, I'm Amber, and I played Greg. And my plug this week is the same as last week. Now I suddenly Tales of Far Hollow on Steam. Friend just released it. It's a decision-based game, largely text-based. I just bought it, so I'm going to play it, and then I will tell you more later.
Very cool. And Defect.
Well played.
That's me. I have been Mike.
What are you going to be tomorrow?
Not going to continue to Mike.
No, that's the end of me.
Mike, Defect, reboot.
Hey, I am Mike. And thanks for watching. See you guys next week. Peace out.
All right. And I am Jared. I have been your Dungeon Master this week and next week and probably every other week. But thank you for joining us on Nuuli Forged. It's much appreciated. We greatly appreciate all the follows that we have and all of those who come by and chat. And check us out on YouTube for any older episodes. And you can find us on all the socials, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook at Nuuli Forged. We're going to do a little raid here on Lost Initiative. And yeah, until next week, we'll see you all later. So goodbye, everyone. We'll see you next week.
Toodles.
Bye.